Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Lovington Lady Cat Basketball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Tonight's game is brought to you by Bob's Thriftway, Devon Energy, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Lovington Auto Supply, Stone Oilfield Services, Eunice Pump and Supply, the First American Bank of Lovington, the Lovington Schools, and Western States Insurance. I'm TJ Miracle, and welcome into your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. Getting ready for the final game in the first half of the district race, and should be a good one tonight between your Lovington Lady Cats and the Portales Lady Rams. I'm TJ flying solo tonight. Dawn Morgan is on assignment as we get ready for the start of this one. The Lady Cats come in at 14-8 overall on the season, 1-1 in the district race, coming off a big win against Goddard right here at the friendly confines on Tuesday night. They destroyed the Lady Rockets 69-34 in that game. The Lady Cats right now are ranked number 9 in Class 4A, but a win tonight could see them move well up in the standings. On the other side of things is longtime head coach Wade Fraze's Portales Lady Rams, 17-5 on the year, 2-0 in district. And right now they are the number 4 ranked team in Class 4A. That's according to the Max Preps poll. The coaches' poll is usually a little bit different, but the Max Preps poll is the one that has the most weight when they do playoff seedings here in just a while. As a big game for Portales on Tuesday night as they knocked off the Lady Rams of Artesia. Somewhat, I think, of an upset there, winning that game 53-49. So the Lady Cats going to have their work cut out for them. Now for the Lady Cats, of course, wrapping up the first half of district, and at 1-1, if you win tonight, it's more than likely a three-way tie for first in the district. If you don't manage to get out of here with the W, you go into the second half of the district still very much alive, but needing to win out and needing some help. They would be third in the district should they not prevail tonight. Now in that game on Tuesday night, the Lady Cats came out and were absolutely in fuego, especially Malaya Castro. Malaya chipped in 28 points. Yeah, she had a huge game, 21 of those in the first half, 15 from beyond the arc. Also in double figures, Liz Buendia with 19 points in that ball game. Ashlyn Barunda with 11. Total domination for the most part in that ball game. Through the first 3 quarters of the game, Lady Cats only turned the ball over 5 times while forcing a total of 25 in the ball game. Things got a little bit sloppy there at the end, but still it was a huge victory for the Lovington Lady Cats in that matchup. But again, they're going to have their work cut out for them tonight as they prepare to take on the 4th-ranked Portales Lady Rams, right now sitting alone in first atop the district. We'll take a quick timeout, come back and continue. This is your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show right here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat Basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight. This is your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show from the good folks at Stone Oilfield Services. Anything you need out in the patch, Mr. Stone and his crew, they can take care of you. Long-time and proud supporters of Lovington Lady Cat and Wildcat Athletics. As we get ready to get this one underway, your starters tonight for the visiting Lady Rams of Portales will be number 3, Angel Ornelas. Number 22, Audrey Payton. Number 32, that's Taya Rippey. Number 33, that's Miley Bonda. And number 34, Ebony Fulfer. May recognize all those names from the Portales volleyball squad. For your Lovington Lady Cats tonight, your starting 5 will be number 10, Myra Castro. Number 12, Malaya Castro. Number 20, Liz Buendia. Number 24, Erlyn Salcido, and number 14, Ashlyn Barunda. I'm going to get on Coach McCroft, get those up in the right order up there. So for Lovington, it'll be Castro, Barunda, Buendia, and Erlyn Salcido. As warm-ups continue, we continue with our coverage here tonight. And, of course, a doubleheader on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel at HobbsAmerica.com. About 15 minutes after the conclusion of this one, we will have the Lovington boys and the Portales boys in the wrap-up of the first half of the district season. So looking forward to that one, too. So a full night of basketball around here, and a full night of basketball on our family of streams and stations over on Cool 95.7 and the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel. It'll be the Hobbs boys in Carlsbad taking on the Cavemen. Ty friend Ron Gunter with that one. My partner in crime, Dawn Morgan, well, she's on assignment right now with the monster trucks at Permian Chevrolet. But at about 7 o'clock tonight, she'll be on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel and Eagle 100.5 with the Hobbs Lady Eagles against the Carlsbad Cave Girls. We've seen them a couple of times against these Lovington Lady Wildcats. And we'll also have the Tatum boys and girls. That one should be getting underway here in about 45 minutes or so from Hagerman on the Tatum Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Now, just a quick note, the Eunice Cardinals and Lady Cardinals are in action tonight. They are in Loving taking on the Falcons, but due to a scheduling conflict and a family emergency with the Eunice crew, we are unable to bring you those games tonight. We'll see if we can get updates for you, and you may be able to see some of those, too, at the Score Stream Bug on the Eunice Sports page, or any of the sports pages, really, on HobbsAmerica.com. So getting ready for this one, a lot on the line tonight for the Lady Cats. Get out of this one with the victory. You've knocked off a top 5 team. You're going to be tied for first in district going into the second half, and you will control your own fate. 1 week off after tonight for the Lovington Lady Cats. We'll get back in action next Friday night, opening up the second half of the district season here at the Friendly Confines, and with the Artesia Lady Bulldogs coming to town. So that'll be next Friday night. But you can't worry about next Friday night. You got to worry about tonight first. Going to be very important for the Wildcats, if at all possible. Of course, there's a team on the other side of the court that's going to do everything they can to keep it from happening. But for the Lovington Lady Cats, they put on tremendous defensive pressure against the Goddard Lady Rockets, and they got the outside-in game going. Became very important. They forced the turnovers, they scored in transition, and when they had open shooters, especially Malaya Castro, they were able to drain the trays. 6 trays in that game for the Lovington Lady Cats, a very important aspect of their game, and then able to pound it inside and penetrate the paint. Of course, Portales going to do everything they can to keep that from happening. They're also going to try to pressure and run and get out and do everything that they can to play their game. It's a matchup of 2, in my opinion, Hall of Fame coaches in the state of New Mexico, Chief Bridgeforth and Wade Fraze, and 2 teams that are always well matched, and it is always a big, big night as the Lady Cats will be taking on the Lady Rams. Lovington and Portales, the blue versus the red. There's nothing better than it. We're getting ready for the national anthem and the introduction of the team, so we will take a quick timeout and come back with the tip-off. You're listening to the Lovington Lady Cats and watching the Lovington Lady Cats free of charge here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. This has been your Stonewall Field Services pregame show.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community, so bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat Basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us on a great Friday night for basketball, wrapping up the first half of the district season, and it is a rivalry matchup, the Lovington Lady Cats and the Portales Lady Rams. Tiff Stuber in studio, keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square. We've got the crew from Gomez Pro AV with us tonight, Luis Gomez and Alex Gonzalez and Brianna Gonzalez running the camera and being our technical producers tonight. And thank you for being wherever you are around the world on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Big thanks to our sponsors. You see them there at the bottom of your screen. You're hearing their ads. Be sure you support those fine businesses that support your Lovington Cats and Lady Cats, and they make it possible for us to bring you these games without having to charge you, which unfortunately too many places do now. We're having to beg for donations. A lot of places doing that now too. We don't have to do that thanks to those sponsors. So support those sponsors who support your community. Starting five again for the Portales Lady Rams in their road black unis with the white letters and numbers, the red trim, and Portales in block letters in red on the front. Their starting five are number 3, Angel Ornelas, number 22, Audrey Payton, number 32, Tyre Rippey, number 33, Miley Bonda, and number 34, Ebony Fulfer. For the Lovington Lady Cats, they are in the home whites tonight with the blue letters and numbers, and Lady Cats in block blue on the front. So the starting five again will be Castro, Barunda, Buendia, and Salcedo. And it looks like it'll be Salcedo taking the jump probably against Fulfer. Yep, as Fulfer will head into the big blue cat at center court. Lovington getting their final instructions from Coach Chief Bridgeforth, and we are ready to go. District action tonight from here at Wildcat Gym in Lovington. Salcedo and Fulfer will take the jump as the officials say we are ready to go, and we are, as the ref comes over with the basketball, points everything out, and here we go. And the opening tip will be controlled by the Lady Cats. It'll be Barunda who hands it off to Malaya, tossing it over to Buendia. Buendia will cycle between the rings, looking for a little room. On her tight is going to be Ornelas. She'll take it all the way to the right side, loses the handle on the basketball, but will pick it back up. Comes over near side in front of the Portales bench to Malaya. She'll direct traffic. Malaya to Myra. As Myra will hand it off to Buendia, who gets tripped up, and they are going to call the trip foul on, should be on Audrey Payton, her first personal, first team foul. It is on the floor, of course. So Lovington will reset. Just underway in this one. No score yet. Lovington Lady Cat basketball as Myra to inbound. She'll get it into Barunda in the deep right corner. She'll find a little room. Go, and the little underhand roll somehow gets it to go over the front of the rim. And Lovington draws first blood. They're up 2-0. Little bit of pressure coming up, and a pass intercepted. Nice job getting in the way of that one, Barunda, and she will try and get it to Buendia, but she is going to be fouled. As goes hard to the floor, as does one of the Lady Rams. That was Ornelas, and they are going to whistle Ornelas for the hack foul. That'll be her first personal, second team foul quickly on Portales. Lovington forcing the turnover, has the basketball back. Myra to inbound it from the far sideline. Gets it into Buendia. Liz goes behind the back against Ornelas. She'll hand it off to Castro. That's Myra. Myra gets a little pick. Will hand it off to Malaya. Coming around that pick was Payton. Malaya looking for some room, will give it to Buendia. Drives in, goes hard to the floor, ball loose, and they're going to say she traveled. Hippity hop through the lane, and so the turnover for the Lady Cats. 1 minute gone here in the first. It'll be Portales basketball. And Ornelas to inbound left of her own bucket. Gets it into Payton, who gives it right back to Ornelas. Buendia going to pick her up just as she gets to the timeline. Payton will push it into the front court with Bonda. Bonda, a long cross-court pass to Rippey. Rippey will toss it back out to Ornelas, and they'll reset as Coach Wade Fraze calls out a new offense. Lovington running in a 2-3 look. Going to the line, the baseline, was Payton. She'll come through and wind up with her own rebound. Ball loose in the middle of the court, and Lovington will come away with it, forces the second turnover. Push it forward to Buendia. Bonda got back quickly, a little spin move as Liz takes it to the rack, no good, and it'll be Payton with her second rebound. Payton will bring it down the floor. Lovington drops back in defense as Payton splits two defenders and will get fouled. I think they're going to get Myra for that one. We'll see for sure, and yep, they will call that one on Myra Castro, her first personal, first team foul, and it is a shooting foul, so Payton will head to the line to shoot two for Portales. Payton bends the knees, puts up the first one, and gets it to go, and Portales is on the board from the stripe. Barunda and Salcedo in the front blocks for Lovington. Payton makes the first, puts up the second. That one going to bounce around. No good, and Fulfer with the rebound. Her putback won't fall, and it'll go out of bounds, and last touched by Portales. So Lovington buying a break right there. Fighting good for the rebound underneath. Off the inbound, Buendia to run the point. She'll take it around off a pick from Salcedo to Malaya. 3 on the way. That one is off the mark, and it'll be Bonda with the rebound. She's quickly back down the court. Lovington hauls butt back, and they get there quickly, too. To Ornelas, back to Banda. Takes it into the paint, loses the handle on the basketball. It'll be loose on the court, and they will call jump ball, and it'll stay in the hands of Portales. Good defense so far for Lovington. Pretty good defense for Portales, too. We've just got a 2-1 ball game. You're in the early stages. Ornelas will get it into Payton, who gives it right back to Ornelas. She'll take it between the rings. Then gets a pick from Fulfer, picks up her dribble in the right wing, tries to get it into Fulfer, loose on the floor. Still loose on the floor, goes out, and Fulfer diving for it, touches it last. Looked like Myra Castro was right in there. That one was close, but Lovington will get it on Portales' third turnover. To the front court with Buendia. Goes behind the back, then gets the pick from Barunda. Hands it off to Malaya. Payton picks her up quickly. Malaya looking for some room to run. Gets a screen. Now give it off to Barunda. Barunda goes left hand, goes to the left base. Going to be partially blocked out, and it'll wind up in the hands of Ornelas. That's officially in the books as another turnover. Pushing it forward to Bonda. Loses it off of her foot and right into the hands of Malaya Castro. Malaya back down the court. Working against Payton. Hands it off to Buendia. Liz for 3, and that one is off the mark. Fight for the rebound. Still loose on the floor. Goes out of bounds, and last touched by Salcedo. With a little bit of help there, I think, on the call from Coach Fraze, as Rippey will check out and Skylar Massey will check in for Portales. Starting 5 for the Lady Cats still on the floor. 3 minutes into this one, 2-1 the score. Lovington clinging to the 1-point lead. Ornelas to Payton. As Payton back in, she'll bounce it over to Bonda. Bonda, the bounce pass to Fulfer, takes it to the left block. Shot is up off the glass and in. Fulfer has her first 2 points of the ball game, and Portales has their first lead at 3-2. To the front court come the Lady Cats with Buendia. Takes it over to the left wing. A little crossover move. Goes into the paint. Nifty little move around 2 of the Lady Rams and up and in. And Buendia is in the books. Her first 2 of the ball game. 4-3 the score. Little backcourt zone pressure. They'll get it to Fulfer. She'll pull up in front of the free throw line. 10-footer is on the way, no good. And the rebound fought for. Salcedo comes down with it and then is going to get fouled, as they are going to whistle that one on Fulfer. Her first personal, 3rd team foul on Portales. 4-3 lead for the Lady Cats. 4:18 to go here in a fast-moving first period. Liz into the front court, sets up the offense. Thinks about handing it off. Payton goes right around the pick and keeps it with her. Malaya with it. Payton picks her up. They'll toss it out to Arandu. Just checked into the ball game. Aubrey gets it to Barunda. Barunda, the little push shot, no good. Comes through, gets her own. Gets it out to Malaya for 3, and that one is off the mark, and Bonda will come away with it, but then taken right away by Aubrey Aranda. She'll put up the 3 ball, and bang! Aubrey Aranda drains the tray, and it is 7-3 in favor of the Lovington Lady Cats. Slipping it over to Payton. She'll give it to Fulfer in the deep right base. She'll cycle it out to the corner, then bouncing it off the legs of Payton, and they'll reset between the rings with Ornelas. Buendia giving her a little bit of room. They'll push it over to Payton. Thinks about the 3, goes around Aranda, goes to the right baseline, puts it up and in. Nifty little move there for Audrey Payton. She's got 3 in the ball game. 7-5. Lovington in the lead. 3:15 to go in the first. Off of the screen. Buendia to the right hoop and to the left and up and in for Liz. She's got 4 in the ball game. 9-5 now. Lovington up by 4. 3 minutes remaining in the first. To Bonda to the left base, and she's going to get fouled on the floor by Barunda. Looked like Barunda got a little bit of a hip out there. So they're going to call Ashlyn for her first personal. 2nd team foul on the Lady Cats, as Greben and Cardenas will check in for Salcedo and Malaya Castro. So Ornelas looks to inbound from the left baseline. She'll toss it in, gets it into Payton, gets it over to Bonda for 3 and swish. Bonda with the 3 ball, gets it back to a 1-point Lovington lead, 9-8. Under 3 to go in the first. Back and forth affair so far. Buendia hands it off to Aranda, and she's going to get tangled up with Ornelas, and they will call Ornelas for the foul. Her 2nd personal, 4th team foul. Coach Fraze not happy about it. Neither are the black and red clad faithful. So Ornelas going to check out, not happy about it. Ty Rippey goes back in her place. Buendia inbounds to Barunda, left baseline in the corner. Little head fake for Barunda out to Cardenas. Louisa into Greben, goes to the right block. Little fall away from 7, no good. And it'll be Fulfer who comes away with her second board of the ball game. 2:28 to go in the first, 9-8. Lovington clinging to a 1-point lead. To Bonda, a little 10-footer from the right block, and that one is up and in. Bonda with 5 and gives Portales the 10-9 lead. So Portales all of a sudden on a little bit of a run to counter Lovington's. Off the screen from Barunda, and they're going to call the push-off on Buendia. That'll be her first personal, third team foul on the Lady Cats, and the third turnover for Lovington. As Myra Castro and Erlyn Salcido coming back in. You've got Greben, Salcido, Myra Castro, Luisa Cardenas, and Liz Buendia on the floor for the Lady Cats. Payton, Rippey, Fulfer, Bonda, and Massey on the floor for Portales. Another shot for Bonda. That one a wild one to Greben. She'll go up and she'll get that one away. Cleans the glass and leaves it off for Buendia. Liz back into the front court, takes it to the left block, and they're going to call Payton for the push foul. That'll be her second personal, fifth team foul, and Lovington will go to the line to shoot 2. That should be the fifth team foul on Portales. It will be. As Malaya Castro will check in for Buendia. Buendia should be shooting now. Lovington coaching staff says that's 5. They should be shooting. Malaya will check in after Buendia goes to the free throw line. So Buendia at the free throw line. Lovington in the bonus. And trailing by a point, 10-9. Buendia to the stripe. Bends the knees, eyes it, skies it, and swish. 5 points for Buendia, ties this one up with 1:48 to go in the first. Of course, with the new rules, you shoot every quarter on the fifth team foul. Buendia puts up her second and gets them both and puts Lovington back up by a point, 11-10. So Buendia checks out. Malaya Castro back in, so Castro, Cardenas, Greben, and Salcido on the floor for the Lady Cats. 1:45 remaining in the first, a 1-point Lovington lead in a back-and-forth affair. To Rippey as Cardenas on her. Rippey finds a little room, gets it to Bonda. Keep a hand in her face, get it inside, and Fulfer going to get fouled as she and Salcido have a collision. That one will be on the floor. Yep, that one will be on Salcido as Chief Bridgeforth says, come on, you got to stay with that pick. So it looks like it'll be Rippey to inbound from the left baseline. Tosses all the way out to Bonda. Bonda to Fulfer. Lovington still in the zone to Rippey in the deep right corner. Cycles it around, then back out to Fulfer. They'll reset with Bonda running the point. To Rippey, right wing for 3. That one off the mark, and Greben will come away with her second board of the ball game. Knocked away from behind by Rippey. Lovington can't afford to get careless with the basketball. Portales can put on the pressure. As into the front court, Malaya will bring it up for the Lady Cats over the timeline. Takes it over, hands it off to Myra. Right there on her is Rippey. Myra looking for some room. Tosses back out. Dangerous pass to Malaya around Payton. Hand it off to Cardenas. Cardenas takes it to the right block. Puts it high off the glass and good. Luisa Cardenas gives Lovington the 13-10 lead. The Portales faithful not happy about that one. Thought she traveled. It was close. So to Massey, bounce it into full for a little turnaround. Blocked by Greben and into the hands of Castro. Malaya brings it back down, drives hard to the rack, and they will call the charge on Malaya. First personal on Malaya, fifth team foul on Lovington, and that'll be their fourth turnover, and that'll give it back to Portales. As Aranda and Barunda check back in for Greben and Cardenas. 35 seconds to go in a fast-moving, exciting first. Lovington 13, Portales 10. Payton not across the timeline yet. Finally, they'll get it there with Bonda. Then a dangerous pass into the middle and right into the hands of the Lady Cats. That's Aranda. Feeds it forward to a breaking Malaya Castro. Up and in. Count the bucket and the foul. Malaya Castro has her first bucket of the ball game and gives Lovington the 5-point lead. And they will call the push foul on, I believe that's on Bonda. Let's double check that as Coach Wade Fraze is barking down there. So Malaya at the line for the and 1-3 the old-fashioned way. Bends the knees, eyes it, skies it. That one off the mark, and it'll be Fulfer with the rebound, her third. Fulfer brings it into the front court around Castro. Gets around Myra, then goes hard to the rack, puts the shot up, no good. She'll head to the line to shoot two. 15-10, Lovington in the lead as they will call the push foul on Myra, her second personal. Portales is now in the bonus as Fulfer goes to the line to shoot two. 11 seconds remaining in the first. Fulfer trying to cut down the Lovington lead and will get the first. So 15-11 is the score. A back and forth affair in the first, to be sure. Second one on the way for Fulfer, and that one's going to roll home. She's got 4 points. Now 15-12. 10 seconds remaining to Malaya. Hands it off to Aranda with 7, with 6. They'll just play catch with 3, with 2 to Myra, to Barunda at the buzzer for 3, and that one is off the mark. And we have played a quarter from here at Wildcat Gym. Lovington 15, Portales 12. More Lady Cat basketball in just a moment on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Back here at Wildcat Gym, getting ready for the start of the second quarter of this one. An exciting first as the Lovington Lady Cats in the lead right now, 15-12. I'm TJ Miracle. Dawn Morgan is on assignment tonight. Thanks to Gomez Pro AV for providing our video crews tonight. Diana Gonzalez, Luis Gomez running the cameras for the girls' game. Alex Gonzalez, our technical producer tonight, keeping an eye and an ear on everything on the video side of things. Appreciate them. And the officials are having a long discussion about something. Coach Wade Fraze was giving an earful to one of the officials basically the entire time between the quarters. Looks like it'll be the starters back out on the floor for Lovington. One of the officials talking to the official scorekeeper, Miss McCraw, down there, discussing something. I think maybe a question about the fouls. So 2 for, I have Portales with 6 team fouls in that first half. 2 on Ornelas, 2 on Payton, 1 on Bonda, and 1 on Fulfer. I don't know what Fraze is barking about so much down there. Let's just play basketball here. At some point, they're either going to team up or charge him a timeout, or they're just going to say play basketball without your team on the floor. Now you've got Castro, Barunda, Salcido, and Buendia on the floor for your Lovington Lady Cats. Ornelas, Rippey, Bonda, Massey, and Fulfer on the floor for Portales. Coach Fraze is still barking. Chief Bridgeforth basically saying, come on, let's play basketball here. I happen to agree with Chief on this one. Think about Coach Fraze. He will definitely advocate strongly for his team and his squad. Then they blow the whistle and say, all right, enough of this. Let's play basketball. Buendia gets the inbound into the front court. She works against Ornelas. Hands it off to Castro. Malaya under pressure and goes hard to the floor as Salcido tries to corral the ball back up, and they will call the backcourt violation. That'll be the 5th turnover on Lovington. No Portales basketball. The Lovington faithful wanting the foul, not getting it. As inbounding will be Rippey to Ornelas. Ornelas to Bonda. Bonda, a little 16-footer from the left corner, in and out, and a fight for the rebound, and Buendia winds up with it. She fights with Ornelas, and possession arrow going to go the way of Portales. So Portales ties up Buendia on the rebound. And Ornelas to push it in to Rippey, getting to her quickly to block the three-pointer out to Massey from the right wing. Her three, that one is off the mark. Off the bump, it'll be Salcido with the rebound. Erlin's second. She'll feed it forward. On the run is Malaya. Give it to Buendia. Little head fake, goes to the right baseline, loses the dribble off of her foot. Sixth turnover for Lovington, and then a foul on Buendia. Actually, they're going to call the push on Salcido, her second personal. First team foul on Lovington. Just a bit of frustration there as Lovington's turned the ball over twice quickly here in this second quarter. 15-12, Lovington still in the lead. Ornelas to Rippey, back to Ornelas between the rings, over to Bonda on the left sideline. Push it over, now they're trying to get it in, and Salcido comes through and forces the 8th turnover on Portales. To Malaya, underhands it to Buendia, trailing Ornelas, gets to her quickly and almost picks that one off. Push it back out to Malaya. She'll hand out and hang out back near the timeline. She's telling everybody you got to move. Yeah, Lovington has been a little slow without the ball tonight. Still in the lead, though, to Salcido. Top of the arc, give it back off to Buendia. Splits through two Lady Rams, picks up the dribble, then a dangerous pass to Malaya. Left wing for three. That one is off the mark, and it'll be Barunda with the rebound. Ashland's second. Ashland to Buendia. The little push from the middle of the lane, not going to fall, and the ball loose on the court, and off of the push from Massey. Bonda will come away with her third board of the ball game. Bonda goes to the deep left corner, then cycles it out. Now Portales will set the offense. Lovington in the zone, the 2-3 zone look. To Rippey, to Massey, to Bonda. Bonda to the left baseline. Drives in hard, and they will call the block foul on Barunda. And she was falling down, and the feet were shuffling. That'll be the second personal on Ashland. Second team foul on Lovington. They are saying it is on the floor. Coach Chief Bridgeforth asking about it. He's saying that she fell because she was being pushed. As Salcido will check out of the ball game, and so will Myra Castro. Aubrey Aranda, Carly Greben into the game. To Fulfer right on the bottom and under the bucket, and Fulfer is up and in. She's got 6 and leads the way for Portales. 15-14, 1 point Lovington lead. Breaks the scoring drought for both teams. Lovington having trouble with penetration, and timeout going to be taken by Coach Chief Bridgeforth. 5:51 remaining here in this first half. Lovington 15, Portales 14. Back in 30 on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Out of the Lovington Lady Cat timeout back here at Wildcat Gym, 15-14. Lovington trying to figure out what is going on. They've got the lead, but have looked, frankly, a little bit flat here in this first half. Done a good job defensively, but they're not moving real well without the ball on offense. As Buendia off the inbound, a little high pass, and she'll get it off of the tip and off the bounce. Push it over to Greben. Deep right corner, tries to take it right base, and pushed out by Massey. Back to Buendia. Liz will take it through the lane into the left glass and up and in for Buendia. She's got 8 to pace the Lady Cats. To the front court with Ornelas. She'll push it in and intercepted by Greben. 9th turnover for Portales. Back down with Malaya as Fulfer gets to her quickly, but Malaya pushes it up and pushes it in. 4 points for Malaya Castro, and a quick little 4-0 run has Lovington back up by 5. 19-14 is the score. A little backcourt pressure now for the Lady Cats. Rippey looking for some room, pushes it to Fulfer across the timeline, then they'll throw the fastball down to Massey. Now back to Rippey, and she's blocked trying to shoot the 3, and into the hands, and they will call, I didn't see what they called. It'll be Lovington basketball, so no foul. Maybe she stepped on the sideline, I'm going to assume that. Either way, it is the 10th turnover for Portales. So to the front court come the Lady Cats. Buendia behind the back. A little push from 10 and up and in for Buendia. Now 21-14, Lovington has stretched it out to a 7-point lead. Backcourt pressure again. Rippey looking for some help, still hasn't crossed the timeline, does. Finally bounces it between the legs and gets it to Ornelas. Now to Bonda. Bonda uses up the dribble to Fulfer in the right wing. Fulfer off the dribble. Getting to her quickly, then to Rippey, and she's going to be blocked by Aranda, but it looked like Aubrey might have caught some hand on that one. Her first personal, third team foul on the Lady Cats. Now that'll put Portales at the line to shoot 2 in the form of Tyre Rippey. Rippey at the line, her first trip to the stripe, and that one off the mark and no good. Rippey misses the first. Subs coming in for Lovington. Myra Castro back in the game, as is Luisa Cardenas. Rippey, her second one on the way, and that one is off the mark, and Buendia will have her third rebound of the game. Buendia almost losing it there. To save it was Myra. Buendia from the free throw line, and good, 15-footer. Buendia with 6 straight points for the Lady Cats makes this a 9-point lead. Back down the other way, shot up by Bonda, no good. And Miley Bonda will head to the line to shoot 2. And they will call that one on Greben, Carly's first personal. 4th team foul on the Lady Cats. And Bonda will head to the line to shoot 2. Bonda, her first trip to the line tonight, gets the first one to rattle home. Makes it a 23-15 score. Lovington in the lead. Bonda's second shot on the way, and that one is in and out. No good. It'll be Greben with the rebound, her third. Back down come the Lovington Lady Cats. Push it out to Luisa, over to Salcido, back out to Buendia. Buendia cycles through from just in front of the free throw line. 12-footer bounces home. 8 straight points in the game for Buendia, and it's a 10-point Lovington lead. To Bonda breaking the press, and she'll miss the point-blank layup. Gets her own rebound, though. Her putback won't go, and it'll be Massey getting it and taking it back up and through. Lovington has got to work on cleaning the glass a little better. 25-17, still an 8-point lead. I shouldn't complain. As Buendia goes hard to the floor, 7th turnover for Lovington. Feed it forward to Ornelas. Cardenas gets back quickly with her. They try and tie her up, and they will call the push foul on Cardenas, who gets the worst of that one, and she gets popped in the mouth for trouble. That'll be on Cardenas. That'll be her first personal, 5th team foul, and that'll put Portales in the bonus for the last 3:27 of this one. It should be shooting. Yep, it will be, as Angel Ornelas will head to the free throw line. And so Ornelas goes to the line to shoot 2. Don't want to let this Portales team back in it with the clock stop. They're usually pretty deadly from the free throw line. Quick little 3-0 run has made this a 25-18 game. Ornelas at the line, made the first, puts up the second, and gets them both to fall. Now 25-19, they've cut it down to just a 6-point lead, just like that. Alea to Buendia. Buendia works against Ornelas. She'll bring it over into the left corner, hand it off to Myra, tries to switch hands, ball loose on the court. It is still loose on the court, and it'll be a turnover for Lovington, but then thrown away by Portales, and Buendia will go all the way back almost to the back line and corral it up. Still, Lovington will reset the offense with 3 minutes remaining first half. Give it to Aranda, now over to Malaya. Full forgot to her quick to Buendia, push it into Salcido at the free throw line, turnaround jumper and good. Erlyn Salcido has her first bucket of the ball game. Lovington back up by 8. Ornelas to the front court. We'll just direct some traffic. 2:40 to go here in the first. Pardon me. As Rippey to Fulfer, push it out to Bonda, wide open look at the 3 ball, and that one is in and out, but through traffic and up and in is Massey with her second rebound and her second bucket, both of them coming off of rebounds, and it's 27-21 in favor of the Lady Cats. Aranda, Buendia, Castro, and Salcido on the floor for Lovington. Ornelas, Massey, Fulfer, Rippey and Bonda for Portales. Give it to Buendia. She'll take it to the left block, then underhand to a cutting Aranda who came through on the right side, and Aubrey will lay it off the right glass and in. Nice move, well-designed play for the Lady Cats. 2 minutes remaining to Bonda, left baseline, and she's fouled. by Malaya Castro, who puts up her arms like, wait, what? And they actually don't call it on Malaya. They call it on Aubrey. They call the push. Aubrey Aranda's picked up 2 quick personal fouls. And it will send Miley Bonda to the line for 2. She is 1 of 2 from the stripe. First shot up for Bonda is good. 29-22. 7-point Lovington lead as Massey will check out. And Aaron Van Leuven will check in for Portales. Bonda made the first. She'll eye the second. Puts it up and gets them both to go. 8 points for Bonda in the game. 29-23. Lady Cats still on top of this one. Push it over to Aranda. Right elbow. 15-footer. And it rolls home. Aubrey having a good game tonight. 31-23. Lovington in the lead. Got to keep the pressure on, and they will call the block foul on Myra. Now they called the push. Her 3rd personal, so Myra in a little bit of foul trouble. That's one thing about Coach Chief Bridgeforth. He's only got 9 players on the team. So he's got a little bit of a short bench if he gets in foul trouble. So Ornelas at the line where she is 2 of 2. First one up for Ornelas, make it 3 of 3. She's got 3 points in the game, all of them from the stripe. Greben will check in for Salcido. And now Carly Knapp will come in for Myra Castro. Ornelas from the line, made the first, eyes the second, puts it up, and that one is going to be short-armed. And it'll be Fulfer off the rebound, and she'll get it to fall. Her 4th rebound of the ball game. She's got 8. 31-26, back to a 5-point Lady Cat lead, 90 seconds to go here in the first half. Hand it off to Malaya, bumped by Ornelas, no call, give it back to Buendia. Buendia backs it off against pressure, and she'll drive in, put up the shot, and are they going to call the charge? Yep, I think they are. Nope, they are going to call the block foul. They're going to whistle that one on Van Leuven, her first personal. That's just the first team foul in the second half. And did they count the bucket? I don't know. We're checking. Coach Chief Bridgeforth wants to know if it's a 2-shot foul or if it's an and one. I'd kind of like to know myself. So we'll see what the officials say. And no, they're going to wave the shot off and say no bucket, no shot. As Chief Bridgeforth turning about as red as the Portales uniform. So now he and Coach Wade Fraser both a little bit upset with the men in stripes. So, yep, they decide that it does count. So 16 points for Buendia, and she'll get to go for 3 the old-fashioned way for the and one. As now Coach Wade Fraser is arguing. I think they're both just going to argue. I said they've both had some problems tonight, and the and one for Buendia is up, and it is good. 34-26, back to an 8-point Lovington lead with 1:20 remaining here in the first half. Ornelas, bad pass. Rippey saves it in the backcourt, pushed away by Buendia. Ball loose on the floor, and Fulfer comes up with it, but Carly Knapp is going to dive for it and tackle her. Her first personal, and so we'll take an 82-foot walk down the court and shoot free throws for Portales. So Portales will shoot the free throws, and they have had a lot of trips to the line. And Ebony Fulfer at the stripe where she is 2 of 2. So Fulfer trying to chop into the Lady Cat lead. First one is on the way, and Fulfer gets it to go. 34-27 the score. Again, a back and forth affair for much of this one. Second one on the way and gets them both off the roll. 34-28. 6-point Lovington lead to Malaya. Bounce it back to Buendia. Buendia trying to get it to Greben on the left baseline. Turns it over into the hands and then almost right back to him. It'll be Rippey who finally controls it to Ornelas. Ornelas works against Knapp. Goes to the floor. Bad pass stolen away. Into the hands of Buendia as Liz will take it coast to coast off the steal and up and in. 2 more points for Buendia. She has taken the Lady Cats on her back, and she steals it back the other way from Rippey. 43 seconds to go here in the first half. 8-point Lovington lead. Now Buendia will direct traffic. Out near the timeline, Lovington can afford to just run some clock here with 30 seconds remaining in the half. Buendia just bouncing it around. Portales going to be content to give her room, looks like. Portales has moved into a 3-2-man zone. Buendia just going to sit there and keep dribbling it out. An 8-point Lovington lead. Coach Fraze is kind of shaking his head about it. Now Lovington will move it. They get it to Greben at the free throw line. They try and tie her up. Carly pushing it back over. Winds up getting it back off of a tip with 2, with 1. No shot at the buzzer, and we have played a half. From here at Wildcat Gym, Lovington 36, Portales 28. We'll be back with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show in just a moment. Lady Cat basketball continues from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
And welcome back to Wildcat Gym. This is your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime report from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and trust me on this one, you're going to get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa. Get up and go. And this has been a get up and go kind of game, 36-28. Lovington in the lead at the half. Let's take a look at the numbers in the first half of this one. We will start with the visiting Lady Rams of Portales. Leading scorer right now is Ebony Fulfer. She's got 10 in the books for Portales. 8 points for Miley Bonda, 4 points for Skylar Massey off the bench, 3 points for Audrey Payton, and 3 points for Angel Ornelas. Portales has really done their damage from the line, though, and they've had plenty of opportunities. They go 11 of 16 from the free throw line in the first half. They've also had an awful lot of second looks. They lead the rebounding battle with 16 as a team. Bonda and Fulfer with 4 apiece. One thing that I know that they're going to be working on and talking about, turnovers. Portales turned the ball over 13 times in that first half. They got 12 points in the first, 16 in the second. That's how they get to their 28 on the board. Turning the page for your Lovington Lady Cats. It was the Liz Buendia show in the first half as Liz went off for 19 points in the first half. 7 points for Aubrey Aranda. Good first half for Aubrey. 4 points for Malaya Castro. 2 points for Erlin Salcido. 2 points for Luisa Cardenas. That's the scoring for your Lady Cats. Pretty good from the free throw line, although not a lot of opportunities as they go 3 of 4 collectively as a team in that first half. Greben and Barunda each with 3 rebounds for Lovington, but only 9 rebounds as a team in the entire first half. So they lose the rebounding battle 16-9, but they win the turnover battle. They only had 9 turnovers in that first half, so they win that one 9 turnovers to 13 for Portales, and a lot of those turnovers led to points. 15 points for the Lady Cats in the first, 21 in the second. That moves them to 36 on the scoreboard. So your Lovington Auto Supply Napa know-how keys to the second half. Lovington has had kind of rough sledding as Portales' defense has done a nice job locking Lovington down for the most part. Now, Lovington got a lot of shots to fall in that first half. I don't normally keep shot statistics, but Lovington got an awful lot of shots to fall, and that really helped them in that first half. So for Lovington, if you can keep that high shot percentage going, you've got to have better ball movement. At times, Lovington looked a little bit lackadaisical in that first half, and it's not only moving with the ball, it's moving without the ball. So they're probably going to be making some adjustments on that. When they did get effective movement without the ball, that was when they got some of the girls open, like Aranda cutting up the right base, or rather cutting up the right lane on a little bit of a slow break on the transition from Buendia, and got, just a perfect position to do that. But they were moving around and keeping Portales' defense a little bit off balance on that particular possession. Now on defense, they're doing a good job. They forced that 13 turnovers. Another thing they are going to have to think about and work on, they have to stay with their shooters. They left Bonda open entirely too many times. Wide open looks at threes now for Lady Cat faithful. Fortunately, she only made one of them, but she still had 8 points in that first half. And if Bonda heats up from beyond the arc, things could become a very different story here in the second half. And we saw against Artesia, Lovington is capable of running really with anybody in the state, and certainly capable of running with the 4th ranked right now Portales Lady Rams, but they have to keep their foot on the gas, and they cannot afford to have a down quarter, because you can bet that Portales probably isn't going to have one. So the Lady Cats, though, doing pretty much what they wanted to do. Maybe not as easy ball movement and flow as they'd like it, but hey, if you're up by 8 points at the half against the number 4 team in the state, you still don't have too much to complain about. Just a few adjustments to make. I think Portales is going to work on continuing to play very tough defense to try and keep Lovington out of the lane and off of the baseline, and keep a hand in the face of the shooters. Lovington did not have a three-pointer in that first half. So, yeah, keep a hand in the face, especially of Malaya Castro and Liz Buendia. Barunda can pop them off too, but they have just not had really any open opportunity or open look. Only one, maybe two in that first half, and did not get that one to fall. So Portales, if their shooting heats up, it could become a very different second half. So keep your foot on the gas if you're Lovington. Find a way to get some more shots to drop if you're Portales, and we'll see what happens in the second half. Nothing like a Lovington-Portales game. I said it in the post-game show on Tuesday night. I think these two teams could probably make tiddlywinks a blood sport. It's a friendly rivalry, but two rival towns, two rival teams, and one of the best medium school rivalries in the land of enchantment, and I dare say anywhere in the Southwest. This has been your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How Halftime Show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and hey, you know you're going to. Trust me on that one. Get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa. Get up and go. We go to the second half right after this. Lovington 36, Portales 28. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Back here at Wildcat Gym, getting ready for the start of the second half. The Lovington Lady Cats right now leading the Portales Lady Rams 36-28. I'm TJ Miracle tonight. Dawn Morgan on assignment. Our video tonight from Gomez Pro AV, thanks to Luis and his crew. So it'll be Lovington basketball up by 8 as we start the second half. Starters on the floor for your Lady Cats as Buendia will take it off the inbound, then back it between the rings. She's going to direct traffic. Picks up the dribble, gets it into the corner for Myra. Bounce back out to Buendia, over to Malaya, to Myra from about 17. Her push shot is up, no good, and it'll be Fulfer with her 5th rebound of the ball game. Again, Lovington has got to do a better job on the glass in the second half. You can't count on Portales' shooting. Staying cold, poked away by Castro, and it'll go out, and they're going to call Malaya for a foul. Okay, looked like she was going for the ball, but if you make contact, that happens. Her second personal, first team foul on Lovington in the half. It is on the floor, as it'll be Rippey to inbound it to Ornelas. Rippey, Ornelas, Fulfer, Payton, and Bonda. Bonda takes it off the left base. Her shot up, no good, and it'll be Barunda with the rebound. Ashland's 4th. Gets it forward to Malaya. Malaya almost losing it. Will push it over to Buendia. Buendia from the near sideline. Give it back to Malaya. 3-point look on the way, right wing. That one is off the mark. Salcido with the rebound, her 3rd. Erlin will reset it, get it out to Liz. They try and trap her up. She'll bounce it to Myra. Back to Buendia. 1 minute gone here in the third quarter. Back to Myra, throw the fastball to the left elbow. Salcido from 15, the fall away no good, and the long rebound is going to be made by Ornelas. She'll pull the trigger back the other way, goes against Buendia, is going to be blocked out. She'll save the ball, and it'll wind up in the hands of one of the Lady Rams, and a shot up by Fulfer, and it'll be Barunda with another rebound, her 5th. Barunda bouncing it up to a long pass, and that one going to go out of bounds, and diving on the floor for it were Bonda and Buendia. They're going to say Bonda touches it last, so it'll be Lovington basketball from the left corner in the Lovington end of the floor. Can't afford to get sloppy either way. Throw the fastball in to Barunda. Barunda goes in and is partially blocked out, and they're going to say no foul, and it goes out of bounds. That'll actually go on the books as a turnover for Lovington, their 10th of the ball game. So neither team has scored yet in the second half. 36-28 still are scored. Nearly 2 minutes gone in the third. 6:10 remaining here in the third. Push it forward to Rippey. Rippey, and they're going to call a little tic-tac foul. Come over and see for sure who it was on. They're going to call the push on Salcido. Erlin's 3rd personal, 2nd team foul on Lovington. Chief Bridgefort just kind of shakes his head. It is on the floor. Ornelas pushes it into Fulfer. Right block, 12-footer, and that one will roll home. Ebony Fulfer with 12 leads the way for Portales. 36-30. Lady Cats still in the lead. To Malaya, to Buendia. Getting back to her quickly is Payton. They'll push it over to Myra, to Malaya, deep left corner. Malaya comes in, gets the ball swatted away and poked away, and back into the hands of Portales. 11 turnovers. Throw it underneath to Payton on the left block, and left baseline, and she'll get it up and in. Payton now with 5 points in the ballgame and a 4-0 run to start the half for Portales. 36-32, and a whistle sounds timeout taken by Lovington. 5:29 remaining here in the third quarter. Lovington 36, Portales 32. Lady Wildcat basketball continues in a moment here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Back here at Wildcat Gym out of the Lady Cat timeout. It will be Lovington basketball. Still leading by 4, 36-32. To Castro, to Buendia, to Castro. That's Myra. Bouncing it to Barunda. Now back out to Malaya. Right wing, 3 on the way. That one is off the mark, and it'll go out of bounds. Didn't touch anything. It's an air ball, and Lovington having trouble hanging on to the basketball. They've turned it over 3 times. Less than 3 minutes into this third quarter. None so far for Portales. Little backcourt pressure applied by Buendia as Rippey pulls the trigger to Fulford in the front court. They try and trap her up. She cycles around. And we'll get it to Ornelas, who pushes it out. It's going to be tipped by Malaya. It'll stay Portales basketball in front of their own bench. So Aranda going to check out. Or Rhonda going to check in, rather. Castro, that's Myra, checking out. So the inbound from Ornelas to Payton, who gives it right back to Ornelas. She'll cycle it between the rings. Then push it into Bonda just in front of the free throw line. 12-footer, no good, and it'll be Salcido with the rebound. That'll be her 4th. Salcido to Malaya, picks up the dribble. Ooh, they could have got her for a double there. They didn't see it. So get it over to Buendia, to Castro. Liz looking for somebody to come through. She'll throw it over to Aranda, pushing it over. Left baseline, now back out to Aranda. To Buendia, little head fake as she'll take it to the top of the arc and be pushed out. Now she'll fall away for 3 and bang! Liz Buendia, 22 points in the ball game. Puts Lovington back up by 7, 39-32 to Fulfer on the right baseline. Buendia right there with her. Bounce it to Ornelas, then toss it over to Rippey. Rippey works against Aranda, has to push back out to Fulfer. Now Ornelas from the top of the arc, and she'll rattle one home. Ornelas with the 3 ball. 39-35, back to a 4-point Lovington lead. Buendia goes in, gives it off to Salcido, and her 10-foot fall away, no good. Ball loose on the floor as Ornelas got to it, and then somehow pushed it out and saved it to Bonda, wide open underneath, and Bonda puts it up and in. She's got 10 in the ball game. Portales has chipped it down, back to a 2-point Lovington lead. 3:41 remaining in the third. Push it into Barunda in the right elbow, back out to Castro, right corner, 3 on the way, bang! Malaya Castro hits her first 3 ball of the ball game. 42-37. 3:25 remaining in the third. Bonda to Ornelas. Lovington going to back off, give her just a little bit of space. Rippey on the right side takes the pass. Buendia comes out to guard her, on her pretty tight. Fulfer will come out to save her. And Portales will reset to Payton. Goes to the right block. 12-foot fall away. It's an air ball and into the hands of Ornelas. Saves it, and she'll turn around from 5, and that one a foul going to be called on Lovington. As they are going to call the hack foul on Salcido. That'll be Erlin's 4th personal, 3rd team foul on Lovington. And it'll put Ornelas at the line to shoot 2. She is 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. 42-37, Lovington in the lead. 3 minutes exactly remaining here in the third quarter. As Ornelas will miss the first, as Greben will check in. Myra Castro comes back in as Malaya Castro and Erlin Salcido check out. Castro, Aranda, Buendia, Greben, and Barunda on the floor. Second one up, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Barunda will come away with it, and then she's going to get hammered. for Barunda, her 6th rebound of the ball game. And they will whistle that one on full for her 2nd personal. Just the first team foul in the half and in the quarter on Portales. 42-37, Lady Cats in the lead, trying to knock off the number 4 team in the land of enchantment. This is the top 10 battle, though. Lovington, number 9. Well played, well matched teams. Underneath to a wide open Barunda, but Ashland can't handle it. Ball loose on the floor. Ashland will come away with it, and the whistle sounds. They'll call jump ball, and it'll be Portales basketball. That'll be turnover number 13 for the Lady Cats. Wide open, just couldn't handle it. A little bit too much mustard on it, as they say. 42-37, a 5-point Lovington lead with 2:35 to go in the 3rd quarter. Portales isn't going away. You can bet on that one. As Ornelas with it, Aranda gets to her, gets a pick. Now they'll get it to Bonda. About a 17-footer is up and good. Bonda now with 13 in the ball game, and it's a 2-point Lovington lead, 42-40. Or pardon me, 42. It was only a 2-pointer. Change my scoring there quickly. So 42-39, 3-point Lovington lead as we click down to 2 minutes remaining in the 3rd. To Aranda, to Buendia, right wing, 3-ball, bang! Liz Buendia has her 2nd tray of the ball game, and Lovington back up by 6, 45-39. The 3 balls have come out for Lovington here in the 3rd, their 3rd tray of the quarter. Rippey bouncing to Massey. To Bonda, drives left baseline, goes over Greben, her shot up, no good, and coming away with the rebound is Buendia. For Buendia, her 2nd rebound of the ball game. Buendia back to the front court against Ornelas. Cycles around, takes it, and loses it, but is going to get fouled. She'd pushed it out to Barunda, but got fouled. They will call the hack foul on Payton. That'll be her 3rd personal, 2nd team foul on Portales. It is on the floor. Checking in for Portales will be Maria Lujan, comes in for Payton. Buendia comes out. Luisa Cardenas will check in for Lovington. Myra pushes it in to Barundu, gives it to Greben. Greben handing it off to Aranda. Works against Massey, takes it to the free throw line, then cycles out. 1:20 remaining in the 3rd. Aubrey dribbles on the left hand, will give it off to Myra. Castro crosses over, goes into the high post, leaves it for Cardenas, who, had a wide open look at 3, was going to push it to the baseline as Greben found a seam and took it towards the rack, and Cardenas didn't see her and threw it away. 14th turnover for Lovington. Good movement and a good thought, but didn't go like they wanted it. Massey for 3, it's an air ball, and it'll be Castro with the basketball to Aranda. Aubrey picks up the dribble. They try and trap her up. Nifty little shot out and a fastball over to Greben, and they're going to say Bonda touched it. Portales, the Red Rams under me barking about that one. Now Castro, Myra looks to inbound it. Myra looking for somebody to get free, 4.5. Who pushes it in at 5. We'll get it into Aranda. 45 seconds to go here in the 3rd. 45-39, 6-point Lovington lead. Bonda giving her some room, hand it off to Myra. Myra works against Ornelas, finds a little room, throws it over and tries to get a leaping Barunda, and too hot to handle. 15th turnover for Lovington. Lovington has turned the ball over 6 times here in this 3rd quarter to just 1 for Portales. To Bonda, deep left corner for 3. That one off the mark, and it'll be Myra with the rebound, her first. Gets it forward to Greben. Greben takes it, pushes it over, trying to get Cardenas, and Barunda comes through from nowhere and saves it off the tip. Aranda with it with 10 seconds to go to Myra. Myra out to Cardenas, back to Myra, to Aranda with 6 with 5, to Barunda left corner for 3, and that one is off the mark. Ball loose on the court, and it'll go out of bounds. And the rebound was made by Lujan, but that'll end the 3rd quarter. We have played 3 from here at Wildcat Gym. Lovington 45, Portales 39. We're back in a minute for the 4th. Don't miss it right here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Back here at Wildcat Gym for the start of the fourth quarter, Lovington with a 6-point lead over the number 4 team in the state, 45-39. I'm TJ Miracle, as it'll be Myra Castro to inbound it to Liz Buendia. Castro, Buendia, Barunda, and Salcido on the floor for Lovington. Push it over to Malaya, back to Salcido. They try and trap her up, and they will call jump ball, and that'll be turnover number 16 for Lovington, as Massey and Rippey tied her up quickly. Chief Bridgeforth not a happy camper about it. He wanted a foul, not going to get it, and somebody's going to take a timeout, and that'll be actually Wade Fraze who takes the timeout. It will be a full, so we will take 30 seconds of it as Lady Cat basketball continues in a moment.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Back here at Wildcat Gym, Portales timeout. I'm TJ Miracle. Tiff Stuber keeping an eye and an ear on things. Back at the 3-ring circus that is One Radio Square. We've got the crew from Gomez Pro AV with us tonight, running the cameras and the video feeds. Appreciate Luis and his folks handling that for us here on the home games this season. Dawn Morgan on assignment tonight. So out of the Lady Ram timeout, it'll be Portales basketball. Ornelas to the front court. Lovington leads by 6, 45-39. To Rippey. She looks for a little room, spins around, trying to get some room, gets it to Ornelas for 3, and that one is off the mark. And the ball going to be saved in to Ornelas. She's going to be partially blocked out, and the ball will be in the hands of the Lovington Lady Cats. Nice job by Barunda to push that one over to Buendia. Buendia goes hard to the rack and stripped away, no call. So turnover for Lovington, back the other way, and pass too far out of the reach of Ornelas from Massey. And so give it right back to the Lady Cats. A turnover fest so far. 2 for Portales in the fourth and 2 for Lovington. Still a 6-point Lovington lead, 45 seconds into the fourth. Backcourt pressure is on now as Lujan on Buendia, very tight. Give it to Malaya. Malaya hands it off to Barunda. Ashland now to Buendia, and they will call Lujan on the push from behind. Her first personal. First team foul on Portales. Comes with 7:03 to go in the fourth quarter. It'll stay Lovington basketball in front of their own bench. Don't forget, about 15-20 minutes after the conclusion of this one, it'll be the Lovington boys and the Portales boys. Back to Malaya, right wing, 3 on the way, and that one clanks off the front of the iron, and Ornelas off the tip will get the rebound. Portales back down. Ornelas bouncing it to Bonda. Bonda to the left baseline. Lovington traps her up, gets it back to Ornelas. From the left wing, her 3 ball is off the mark, and it'll be another rebound for Barunda. That'll be her 7th. But the ball is going to be swatted away, and another turnover for the Lady Cats. Back to Bonda, to Massey, top of the arc. Ornelas, she'll bounce it to Lujan, right wing. Her 3 on the way. No good, but she is fouled. And I think just a little frustration coming through on the part of the Lady Cats on that one, as they're going to call the push and the hack on Buendia, her second personal, first team foul, but that's a 3-shot foul on Maria Lujan. Lujan from the line gets the first one to go, and Portales strikes first in the fourth with 6.5 remaining. Lujan still with 2 more, puts up the second, and that one nothing but net. 45-41, those 3 shot fouls can be very, very costly. You're letting Portales back into this one with the clock not running. Third one is up, and Lujan makes the Lady Cats pay and gets all three of them, 45-42. Lujan on the backcourt, pressure on Buendia. Liz goes left hand and gets around her. Give it over to Myra, who'll toss it to Malaya. 3-point Lovington lead, 6:25 to go in the ball game, 45-42. Malaya to Myra. They work out near the timeline. Zornelis on her quickly. Back to Malaya. Lovington just going to try and eat a little clock here. Malaya almost loses it under pressure from Massey. Malaya takes it to the right lane and off. It is high off the glass, and the long rebound made on the right baseline by Rippey. Her first rebound of the ball game, and to Lujan. And good hustle getting back by Myra. Knocks the ball away as the crowd starts filing in for the boys' game. Should be pretty much a packed house here tonight. Ornelas to Rippey in front of the Portales bench. Back to Ornelas in the left corner. Head fake and gets some room. She'll put up a three ball. Not going to go, and it'll be Salcido with the rebound, her fifth. Salcido pushes it out under intense pressure as they try and trap her up on the baseline. Gets it to Buendia. She'll push it forward to Castro. Malaya to Myra across the court on the left side. Now Myra going to take it back out. Coach Fraze telling his girls, come out and guard them. Put on the pressure. More pressure than they have applied all game, and Lovington has not handled it so good so far. And the ball will go out of bounds, and they're going to call kickball on Portales. Really, that was part of the difference in the game last Friday night in Artesia. When Artesia ratcheted up the pressure, Lovington had a little bit of trouble adapting to it. And really kind of turned into the difference in that ball game as Massey will check out. And they are going to check in. Double check who they checked in. I think Payton's back in as they'll get it over. Bad pass, trying to get it to Barunda. Ball loose on the court, and another turnover for Lovington. They're 19th of the ball game. Into the front court, Portales to Rippey. Takes it on the right base, then bounces it into the middle, and she steps on the sideline before she passed it into the hands of Ashlyn Barunda. It would have been turnover any way you looked at it. Only 3 points total scored by either team in this fourth quarter thus far. And we are under 5 to play in regulation. Myra working against Rippey. Hand it to Buendia. And Lujan going to knock it away from her and out into the Wildcat student section. Aubrey Aranda will check into the ball game. She'll come in for Myra Castro. Barunda, Buendia, Aranda, Malaya Castro, and Erlin Salcido is Payton back into the game for Rippey. Lujan, Payton, Bonda, Fulfer on the floor for Portales. And the ball out of bounds, knocked away by Lujan again. Lovington has got to figure out how to break through this pressure as, they get it into the backcourt. So Malaya gonna direct traffic, still in the backcourt. Now she'll cross the timeline, takes it in front of the Wildcat bench, gets a screen from Salcido, uses up the dribble. Buendia cuts through traffic, shot up, no good, gets her own rebound, and will push it back out. Going out, Malaya, top of the arc, and she's going to get fouled by Ornelas, her third personal, second team foul. That should be on the floor. They call the hold. 4:23 to go as the tension mounts. Lovington up by as much as 10 in this one. Portales has chipped it down to 3. To Barunda, to Buendia. Liz through traffic, gets tripped up, no call. Kick it out to Aranda, left wing, 3 on the way for Aubrey, and bang! Aubrey Aranda with 10 points in the ball game. Puts Lovington back up by 6, 48-42. Right at the halfway mark, and a timeout going to be taken by Coach Wade Fraze. With 4:04 remaining here in the ball game, we'll just keep it right here. Lovington leading 48-42. And say a big thank you to all the good folks who make Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat basketball possible. Bob's Thriftway, we love the Jamesons and their whole crew. Your local hometown grocery store right here in Lovington. Bob's Thriftway, the crew at Devon Energy, supporting all Lee County athletics. Lee County Electric Cooperative, providing affordable, reliable electric power for all of northern Lee County. The Lovington Auto Supply, the good folks at Napa. Get the Lovington Auto Supply Napa know-how from those good folks. Stone Oilfield Services, Mr. Stone and his whole crew. If you need it out in the patch, Stone Oilfield can take care of you. Eunice Pump and Supply, great supporters of all Lee County athletics. Of course, they've got an office right here in Lovington. Also, First American Bank of Lovington, David Campbell and his crew. If you need a bank, hey, consider First American Bank, the Lovington Schools. Pam Quinones, Trey Williams, Robert Areola. Appreciate them supporting their Cats and Lady Cats in more than just the classroom, also on the streams and the radio. And Connie Severe and her crew over at Western States Insurance. If you need insurance for anything, home, life, auto, commercial, personal, Connie and the crew at Western States can take care of you. Support those businesses that support your Cats and Lady Cats. It's because of those great folks that we do not have to charge or ask for donations. Out of the timeout, it'll be Portales basketball. Lovington up by 6. Under halfway to go. High pass, Fulfer handles it on the right wing. Wendia gets to her quickly, hands it off to Payton, who backs it out and will hand it off to Ornelas. She'll cycle it from right to left, back to Payton, back to Ornelas. Ornelas into the corner to Bonda, right corner for 3. That one is off the mark. Wild scramble for it, ball loose on the court, and Buendia going to tie up Payton, and it should be Lovington basketball. Good job by Buendia. Saw Payton bobble that one just a little bit and pounced. Got the ball clean and tied it up. 3:37 remaining here in regulation. A 6-point Lovington lead. Full court press is on. Barunda from Castro. Back to Castro. Tossing it over. Aranda has to go track it down in the deep right corner under pressure from Ornelas, but then dribbles it off of her foot. She points at Ornelas and says she thought it went off her. Ref says no, it didn't. 20 a turnover for the Lady Cats. Lady Cats, too many turnovers in this second half, but so far Portales' shooting has not greatly improved. 6-point Lovington lead to Payton. Push it into Fulfer. She battles through over Salcido and gets it home. Fulfer with 14 leads the Lady Rams 48-44. Full court pressure is on with Lujan on Buendia off the inbound. Bounce it over and a bad pass and a turnover, and the block going to be called on Buendia as they got that one to Ornelas. For Liz, that'll be her third personal, second team foul on Lovington. It is on the floor. Under 3 to play, and Coach Chief Bridgeforth going to take the timeout. It will be a full. So with 2:59 remaining in the ball game, it's Lovington 48, Portales 44. Back in 1 minute. Lady Cat basketball continues in a moment.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Back out of the Lovington timeout, Coach Chief Bridgeforth trying to settle his girls down. They lead by 4 with 2:55 remaining in regulation. I'm TJ Miracle. Ornelas gets a little room, pops up the 3 ball, and it'll be Buendia on the rebound off of the tip. As Liz takes it back down the court, he'll give it off to Malaya. She'll have to bounce it back out as Portales got back quickly in transition. Buendia bounces it out, bumped by Ornelas, no call. Liz will take it all the way to the far side. Lovington has got to move better without the ball. Fastball over to Ashland. Now to Salcido. Right. Pass it up and in. Nice movement. 4 points for Salcido, but that's a big 2 to put Lovington back up by 6. Push it over to Lujan. Now to Payton. Into the corner to Bonda. Barunda gets to her quickly. Fulfer from the top of the arc. Her 3 ball is off the mark, and Lovington just going to let that one go and get the ball back. 2:09 to go in regulation, and timeout taken by Coach Wade Fraze. And that'll be his final full timeout, so we'll take it with him. We got a good one here. Lovington 50, Portales 44. Actually make that 30 seconds, and we're back here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Back here at Wildcat Gym, Lovington leading Portales 50-44. I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us. Dawn Morgan on assignment tonight. Got the good crew from Gomez Pro AV helping us and taking care of the video feed tonight. Thanks to Luis and his whole crew. Of course, Tiff Stuber keeping an eye and an ear on things back at the three-ring circus that is One Radio Square. So 2:09 remaining in regulation. Lovington basketball out of the Portales timeout, up 50-44. Malaya looks to get it in. She will to Buendia. They'll try and trap Buendia up in the backcourt. She goes and works against Massey and Ornelas. Lovington needs to get it into the front court. They will with Barunda. Push it over to Salcido and knocked away by Bonda at the last minute. Miley Bonda came through and not quite out of nowhere, but pretty much, and got a hand on that one to disrupt the timing of the play. Buendia to inbound left of her own bucket. Looks to get it in to Barunda off the glass. No good. Salcido with the rebound. Her putback no good. Buendia will get the rebound, and then they'll call the foul. So Salcido, Buendia, Barunda, and they will call the push foul, and they're going to say that is on the floor as they're going to whistle that one on Angel Ornelas. I had that as her fourth. They've got it as her fifth. So Angel Ornelas will foul out of the ball game with 6 points and 3 rebounds, as Tyra Rippey will check in to take her place. Barunda, Buendia. Barunda gets the inbound from Buendia. Salcido gets knocked down by Fulfer. The WWE knee lift, third personal on Fulfer, fourth team foul on Portales. Stays Lovington basketball. Barunda, Buendia, Aranda, Salcido, and Malaya Castro on the floor for your Lady Cats. Pop it in, and Barunda gets it. Now to Malaya, deep right corner. To Buendia in the right wing in front of the Lovington bench. She'll cycle it around, working against Rippey. Rippey, Payton, Bonda, Massey, and Fulfer on the floor for Portales, and that one picked off from behind by Payton. She'll push it over to Fulfer, who bumps off of Aranda, who blocks it, and right into the hands of Lovington, but Fulfer will get it back, and she'll go hard to the rack. No call. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll wind up going in the books. All that action for merely a turnover, as Coach Praise says, get back, turn up the heat, turn up the pressure. Timeout taken by Coach Chief Bridgeforth. 1:25 to go here in the fourth quarter. Lovington 50, Portales 44. We're back in 30 right here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
And welcome back to Wildcat Gym out of the Lovington timeout. I'm TJ Miracle. It'll be Lovington basketball up by 6, 50-44. 1:25 to go. Lovington trying to knock off the number 4 team in the state. Buendia gets it into Barunda as they try and trap her up. Move it forward to Castro. Malaya weaves through traffic, uses up the dribble, has some trouble, gets it to Barunda. Long cross-court pass out onto. They'll cycle it back around to Buendia. Coach Fraze tells his girls come out and trap her. Buendia right now only working on Massey as Coach Fraze still trying. He just throws his hands up as nobody comes over. With a little screen from Castro, back near the timeline with Buendia. Now they'll try and trap her up, and a bad throw and a foul going to be called. Buendia will head to the line for 2. They're going to call that one on Audrey Payton. Her 4th personal, 5th team foul, and Lovington will head to the line. So Buendia goes to try and stretch the lead up. Both teams have played even in the 4th quarter, and it'll be a 30-second timeout for Portales. We'll just keep it right here. Remind you, coming up about 15 minutes after the conclusion of this one, we'll have the boys' game. If it's even half as exciting as this one, it is going to be a good one. A big thanks to all those great sponsors who make Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat Athletics possible here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. You see them there on the bottom of your screen. Be sure you thank them and do business with the folks who make Wildcat Athletics possible. I'm TJ Miracle. Great to be with you tonight. Of course, don't forget, if you're watching on the YouTube channel, and even if you're not, go over to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Give us a subscription once we hit another 1,000 subscribers. So subscriber 2,000, we're going to randomly give away another $100 in cash. It's coming out of my pocket, not coming from those great sponsors or from the stations. Coming out of my pocket just to say thank you for subscribing. So subscribe to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Buendia at the line to shoot two, to try and stretch this one up with 55 seconds remaining in the ball game. They say that was Peyton's fifth. I had it as her fourth, but hey, I'll take the fifth one. So she'll foul out of here with 5 points and 2 rebounds. That tells me that's not going to happen at their place in a couple of weeks. Buendia at the line for two. First one for Liz is up and good. She's got 26 in the ball game. 7-point Lovington lead. Lovington let Portales hang around from the line in the first half, trying to stretch it out from the line in the second. Second on the way for Buendia, and gets it on the shooter's roll over the front of the iron. Lujan to the front court, pushes it to Bonda. Works against Barunda, and Salcido goes hard to the floor, taken away by Barunda. Lovington basketball. Portales not happy about that one. They wanted the foul, not going to get it. 41 seconds to go, but Portales will take it right back away from Lovington. That'll be their 24th turnover to Fulfer, who loses the basketball off of her foot. And a turnover 19 for Portales. Lovington up by 8, 35 seconds to go. To Buendia, to Barunda, push it forward to Aranda. Long cross-court pass, and a whistle sounds. And a foul going to be called on Portales, stopping the clock with 30 seconds to go. They're going to get that one on Miley Bonda. That'll be her second personal. Lovington is in the double bonus as the Lovington student section starts the Start the Bus chant. Maybe a little early for that yet, guys. Give it about another 10 seconds, then maybe you can start thinking about it. Aubrey's first is up and good. 11 points for Aubrey Aranda. Puts Lovington up by 9. The Wildcats, or the Lady Cats, I should say. Second one for Aranda, up and good. Lady Cats are 30 seconds away from knocking off the number 4 team in the state. Fulfer to the front court, bouncing it over and right into the hands of Barunda. She'll feed it forward to a breaking Buendia. Liz goes hard to the rack, and a hip check by Lujan. And even though Liz missed the shot, she'll head to the line for 2. If Liz can get both of these to fall, I think you can put the nail in and start the bus chant. 10-point lead with 20 seconds to go. It is not insurmountable. First one on the way for Buendia is no good. First one Liz has missed tonight. She is 5 of 6 now from the line. So hopefully she'll be 6 of 7 here momentarily. Shot is up and gets that one to fall. 55-44, Lovington up by 11. It's a 4-possession ball game. Crossover by Bonda. Step back, but it is a long two-pointer as Bonda gets it to fall. She's got 14, but they really could have made that a 3. 9-point Lovington lead with 6, with 5. To Buendia. She'll take it under to Salcido at the buzzer, and she is fouled with 0.5 seconds left on the clock. And Erlyn Salcido, as the Lovington Lady Cats have put the dagger into the Portales Lady Rams. Lujan called for the foul. So when we are done with the girls' slate of games tonight, it'll be a 3-way tie atop the district as Salcido will put the nail in the coffin. 56-46, 10-point Lovington lead. Lovington will be 2-1. Artesia should be 2-1. Portales will be 2-1. Going into the second half as Salcido gets them both. An 11-point Lovington lead, 2-1 done. And Lovington knocks off the number 4 team in the state, the Portales Lady Rams, 57-46. We'll be back in just a minute to wrap this one up. Wildcat and Lady Cat basketball continues in a moment.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat basketball. Your post-game report: Lovington victorious 57-46 as they knock off the number 4 team in the state. That definitely should help their standings going into next week. So 57-46, leading scorer tonight for the Lady Cats was Liz Buendia. She took the team on her shoulders, got 28 points in this one. Aubrey Aranda finishes up with 12. 5 of those coming in that all-important fourth quarter as Lovington is victorious. The Lady Cats will improve to 2-1 in district, 15-8 overall on the season. Portales will drop to 2-1. And they'll go to 17-6 overall on the season. Something tells me we are going to have a whale of a game at the Ram Athletic Center here in a couple of weeks between these two teams. So don't go anywhere, because coming up here in just about 10-15 minutes, we have got the Lovington boys taking on the Portales boys as Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat Athletics continues. So we'll be back with the Stone Oilfield Services pregame show, Wildcat edition, in just a few minutes. Thanks for watching Lovington Lady Cat basketball from New Allmark Digital and One Radio Square Sports. And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. I'm TJ Miracle. If you are just joining us, the first game of our doubleheader tonight was an exciting one as the Lovington Lady Cats knocking off the fourth-ranked Portales Lady Rams. Final in that one, 57-46. The Lady Cats now in a three-way tie for the district lead going in to the second half of the district season. For the Lovington Wildcats tonight, they come in at 13-9 on the season, 1-1 in the district race. Under head coach Casey Pack, they are right now the number 9 ranked team according to the Max Preps team in Class 4A. Their last game, of course, here on Tuesday night, they pretty much ran the Goddard Rockets out of here 69-31. A huge game for the Wildcats. The only double-digit score in that game, though, was Julian Arroyo with 15, but they spread things out extremely good in that one. Everything went right in that game for Coach Casey Pack's Wildcats as they had, let's see, that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different Wildcats scoring, and more than that, getting in the books with rebounds, assists, etc. So a big game in that one. Won in all phases of the game. Only 7 turnovers in the game while forcing 21. They had 40 rebounds while only giving up 25. So just a dominating performance against Goddard. But going to be a different story tonight against the visiting Portales Rams. Portales right now 14-8 on the year, but 1-1 in district, and according to Max Preps, they are the number 7 team in Class 4A, so we got a top 10 battle for you tonight. On Tuesday night, Portales lost to Artesia 57-45, so they're going to be coming in looking to get back on the right track. Whichever team wins this game tonight will take over second place in the district. The losing team will be third in the district, and if you're second in the district, you still control your own fate. If you're third, well, you're going to need to win out, and you're going to need just a little bit of help. But the Cats are coming in and looking good, feeling good, and hopefully will have everything that they need here tonight. If they can keep the transition game moving along, if they can force that many turnovers and score off of them, more importantly, could be a long night. Cale Covington, of course, back in the lineup, his third game back. And as we heard Coach Casey Pack say after the game on Tuesday night, still kind of playing his way back into shape and getting everything back into basketball form. But he definitely gives Lovington a big presence on the inside. DeMarcus Thompson, an absolute beast on the boards the last month as he leads the Wildcats in rebounding. So that gives Lovington a pretty good 1-2 punch underneath for this team. And of course they can shoot the lights out with Arroyo, Pondo, and Jojo Perez. So the in-out game or out-in, whatever works, but something tells me Portales is going to come out kind of like the girls did and just try and frustrate everybody everywhere. They still have not put up the starters yet, but the teams are heading to their respective benches and locker rooms to prepare for the national anthem and introduction. So we'll come back with your introduction of the teams and the starters from here at Wildcat Gym. Game 3 of the district slate. It's Lovington and Portales. You don't want to miss it. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat basketball from New Allmark Digital and One Radio Square Sports here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle, Don Morgan out on assignment tonight. The crew from Gomez Pro AV running our tech and our cameras tonight. Tiff Stuber in studio, keeping an eye and an ear on everything back at One Radio Square. It's the Rams and the Cats for the visiting Portales Rams under head coach Randy McBroom, who took over for his father last season. They are 14-8 on the year, 1-1 in district. And right now in the Max Preps polls, they are number 7 in Class 4A. Their starters tonight, number 2, Paxton Culpepper. Number 3, Jace Hightower. Number 4, Joel Lujan. Number 10, Bradley Aguilar. And number 24, Carson Pfaffenberger. Now for Portales, a couple of names you will not be hearing tonight are Zane Mayberry and Devin Diaz. They are not playing this season, at least in basketball. They both signed letters of intent to play football on National Signing Day on Wednesday. So turning the page for your Lovington Wildcats, 13-9 on the season, also 1-1 in district. And in the Max Preps Matrix, they are number 9 in Class 4A under longtime head coach Casey Pack. Starters tonight will be number 1, DeMarcus Thompson. Number 3, Julian Arroyo. Number 12, Micah Pondo. Number 22, Anson Marquez. And number 24, Cale Covington. Portales in the road black unis with the red letters and numbers. Portales in block on the front. Lovington in the home whites with the blue trim, blue letters and numbers. And Cats in script on the front. Now ready to get this one underway. It's the Cats and the Rams. Lovington Portales, one of the best rivalries out there. As we are ready to jump this one up, it'll be the 224s going at each other, Pfaffenberger and Covington. So the Lovington boys looking to make it a clean sweep here tonight at Wildcat Gym. So Covington and Pfaffenberger ready to go as the whistle sounds, and we are underway, and the Wildcats will win the opening tip-off, Lovington basketball. As Arroyo gets the tip, and he'll just walk it off into the front court. He'll work there against Lujan. Give it over to Pondo between the rings, giving him a lot of space as Aguilar. Back over to Thompson, now in to Covington, out to Marquez, back to Covington as he got pushed out by Pfaffenberger. Covington, a little spin move, goes to the high post, the little shot up, no good, and the rebound going to be brought down by Lujan. Pardon me, that was Culpepper. He'll bring it to the front court, bounce it inside. Thompson tries to get a hand on it, as popping it back out. They'll move it over to Aguilar, then to Pfaffenberger, top of the arc. Covington gets to him quickly. They'll reset as Hightower will back it up. Marquez giving him a little bit of space as they go over to Culpepper, inside to Pfaffenberger, and that one is going to be tipped and into the hands of DeMarcus Thompson. Lovington gets the turnover, back down with Arroyo into the offensive zone. He's going to be bumped by Lujan. Now uses up his dribble to Thompson. Get it in to Covington, and Covington through the right lane and pushes it up and off the glass. As Lovington will strike first and lead 2-0. Through the front court with Hightower. He works against Arroyo. Hightower bouncing it over. Then out trying to get it to Pfaffenberger and intercepted by Arroyo. Julian will keep it himself. Bounce it to Marquez on the right base and misses the point blank layup. And it'll be brought down by Aguilar. Portales back down in transition. To Pfaffenberger, back to Lujan. Lujan works against Pondo. Takes it to the left base. Gets it under to Pfaffenberger in the left baseline and up and in. And we are tied at 2 apiece. As the two big boys have scored for each team. To Pondo, deep left corner, where he will work against Aguilar. Uses up the dribble, gets it to Thompson. Now bouncing it to Marquez. Out to Pondo. From the arc, 3 on the way, no good. And Pfaffenberger with the rebound, and he gets clocked in the face for his trouble by Covington. First personal on Cale. First team foul on Lovington. So it'll be Portales basketball, all tied at 2. 2 minutes gone here in the first. The teams just kind of trying to feel each other out right now. No, into the front court. It'll be Hightower. He'll run the point. Give it off to Aguilar. Marquez on him very tight. He'll have to bounce it back out to Lujan. Lujan with Pondo on him. Takes it to the right side. He'll bounce it off the legs of Aguilar, who gets it back to Lujan. Having a little trouble, goes right base, tossing it underneath. And that'll be on the floor, and before Lovington can get it, they commit the foul. They're going to call the hack foul. Hightower trying to get to it. They'll whistle that one on Arroyo, his first personal, second team foul on Lovington. So far, both teams leaving their starters on the floor. It'll be Portales basketball from right in front of the Lovington bench. Culpepper will get it in to Hightower. Between the rings, Arroyo on him, the 2 threes battle. Hightower looking for some help. He'll get it from Culpepper. Culpepper steps back and tosses it over. 3 on the way, and that one will rattle home for Aguilar. He had the look, he took it, makes it 5-2 Portales. Back the other way and a shot up and no good, and they're going to call Pondo for the charge. Turnover for Lovington. And the Cats have quickly picked up 3 personal fouls. And they're going to say that on that 3 ball, it wasn't a 3. Aguilar's foot on the line, so a 2 ball makes it 4-2. Hightower will direct traffic. He'll take it to the right block. Pondo picks the pocket, steals it away. Now Lovington needs to capitalize. Trailing by 2, 4:49 to go in the first. To Thompson. He goes into the high post, then to Pondo. Left corner, 3 on the way, and bang! Micah Pondo drains the 3 ball, and that will make it a 5-4 Lovington lead. I think we've seen this story before in the first game tonight between the girls. Hightower to Lujan. Lujan works against Pondo. Goes in, loses the ball off his foot, but he gets bumped by Pondo. Lovington starting to rack up the fouls. Oh, they're going to call that one on Arroyo. That'll be Julian's second, 4th team foul on Lovington. Elijah Rivero going to check in. Arroyo going to have to sit with those 2 quick fouls. Arroyo shakes the head, and Coach Casey Pack telling him you gotta watch it. So it'll be Portales basketball for right of their own bucket. Official coming over. He wants to ask a question. Now they're going to talk about things for a minute. So while we've got a moment, a big thanks to our friends at Bob's Thriftway, Devon Energy, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Lovington Auto Supply. Hoping they change the scoring on that back to a 3 for Aguilar. I'm really going to start doing these things in pencil. So off the inbound, Lujan gets it out to Hightower, top of the arc, all tied at 5. 3 ball on the way, and that one is good as they left Culpepper alone, and he drains the 3 ball. Now it is 8-5 Portales. To Thompson, to Rivero. Rivero comes near side to Pondo, who almost loses the basketball, and he will lose the basketball, knocked away by Lujan, but off of Micah's hands. And so back to Portales. So Pondo will check out. JoJo Perez will check in for Lovington. Starter still on the floor for Portales. An 8-5 Portales lead halfway through the first. Hightower working against Perez. Bouncing inside to Lujan. Has a nice little move to let Covington come by him, and then winds up getting his own rebound, his first, but then he'll lose the basketball to the Wildcats. Nice job by Rivero and Thompson. Thompson will get it, push it over to Perez, thinks about the 3, then he'll pull back. It's getting to him quickly was Aguilar. Lovington will have it with Covington, and he'll throw it through the middle, and that'll be the third turnover for the Wildcats. 3 TOs for Lovington, 4 for Portales. 3-point Portales lead, 8-5, 3:35 remaining here in the first. It's to the front court, it'll be Hightower. He brings it into the front court, works against Perez. Push off on Perez, now splits through traffic. Needs some help, and he'll put it up from the left block and up and in. Hightower with his first bucket of the ball game, and right now Portales doubling up Lovington 10-5. Cats have yet to find any offensive rhythm. Ethan Stevens waits to check in. Covington to Thompson on the left base. Pfaffenberger going to move him out. Give it off to Covington. Now flip it out to Perez on the right side. Under 3 to go. Perez almost losing it. Lujan reaches in on him. Gets all ball apparently to Rivero. Throw it into Covington from the right block. Misses the point-blank layup, and Pfaffenberger brings down the rebound. Lovington has missed 3 of those here in the first quarter. Can't afford to have cold shooting. To the front court. Coming through, leaving it off. Aguilar, right corner for 3, and that one's good. Aguilar has his second 3 ball of the game. And just like that, Portales has stretched this one out to a 13-point lead. Portales right now on a 13-3 run, and back up and in for Covington. Now 13-7. As back down comes Portales, 2:12 to go. Hightower works against Perez, uses up the dribble, comes over to Culpepper. Thompson stays on him. Culpepper gets and puts up an 18-footer, and that one is good. 5 points for Paxton Culpepper. Makes this a 15-7 ball game. Playing it over to Covington. Now to Marquez. Right baseline underneath to Thompson on the left baseline, and DeMarcus will bank it home. Now 15-9. 6-point lead for Portales. 1:41 to go here in the first. Behind the back with Hightower. Goes to the free throw line, slips, loses his balance, pushes out to Aguilar. With Marquez on him, Aguilar to Pfaffenberger, top of the arc. He works against Covington. Covington swats it away, ball loose on the floor, and a whistle sounds as it'll be a turnover as JoJo Perez got it. No, they're going to call the jump ball instead of the foul. Coach Casey Pack not a happy man. So it'll stay Portales basketball and save them a turnover. 1:23 remaining in the first. Portales 16, Lovington 9. Perez checks out. Stevens checks in. Also coming in, Peyton Hernandez. He'll come in for DeMarcus Thompson. So Portales basketballs. They'll get it into Pfaffenberger. He thinks about the NBA 3. Thinks better of it. Covington gets to him. And picking up then slipping and sliding through his Hightower. 5th turnover for Portales. Now let's see if Lovington can capitalize. They've had 5 turnovers, but have not been able to hit anything on those turnovers. Rivero to the front court, gives it to Covington in front of the Portales bench. He'll take it, give it off to Hernandez. Peyton gets the pick. And now they'll toss it around. Stevens pushing to Hernandez. Under a minute to play in the first. 7-point lead for Portales. Out to Hernandez. He takes it right baseline, and he is going to be blocked by Pfaffenberger. And it'll be a turnover for the Wildcats. 45 seconds to go. Push it down to Culpepper. Culpepper works it, takes it to the free throw line underneath to Lujan, who makes a nifty little move. And his shot misses, but Pfaffenberger's there with his 3rd rebound and his 4th point. Now it's 18-9 in favor of Portales. Push it to Stevens. Now to Marquez in the deep right corner. To Covington, right wing for 3, and bang! Cale Covington drains the 3 ball. 18-12, back to a 6-point Portales lead. 17-footer on the way, in and out for Hightower, but the rebound made by Pfaffenberger. His shot no good, and then the ball will go loose on the floor, and we'll have everybody fighting for it. Are they going to call jump ball? What are they calling? Yep, they're going to call jump ball, and it'll be Lovington basketball. 5-4-3. To Stevens with 2, with 1. Stevens from the right base puts up an air ball, no good. And the whistle sounds on the first quarter. It is Portales 18, Lovington 12. We're back for the second right after this. Wildcat basketball continues in just a moment.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Back here at Wildcat Gym, Lovington trailing Portales 18-12 as we start the second quarter. Here's the telling stat from that first half. Portales 7 rebounds, Lovington 1. So back out and back to the action, just underway second quarter. It'll be Hightower bouncing it to Lujan. Lujan from the top of the arc as Pondo gets on him. On the floor for the Cats, we'll set him momentarily. Back to Hightower, top of the arc, 3 on the way, and that one will hit off of the support straps and go to Lovington. You've got Covington, Reeves, Stevens, Arroyo, and Pondo on the floor for the Cats. You've got Hightower, Lujan, Aguilar, Pfaffenberger, and Culpepper on the floor for the Rams. To Pondo, throw it into Covington in the high post. He'll move through, and Cale will push it up and in the little hook. Back to a 4-point Portales lead. Covington with 9 leads the Cats. To Hightower all the way through, and that one is going to be tipped and turned over. 6 turnover for Portales as Pondo takes it to the front court. Give it to Covington. To Arroyo, deep right corner for 3. That one is off the mark. Nobody but Pfaffenberger there to rebound. He's got 5 off the glass. 1 minute gone here in the second. Hightower behind the back. Tosses over. Lujan right corner for 3. That one is off the mark. And from the tip, and a foul going to get called on Portales on the rebound. I'm not sure what they're calling and who they're calling. Okay, they're going to call that one on Aguilar, his first personal. That is the first foul on Portales in the game. DeMarcus Thompson will come back in for Cale Covington. It'll be Lovington basketball as Portales drops back in a 1-2-2 zone. Arroyo to the front court. Lovington basketball to Pondo, left wing, 3 on the way, and bang! Micah Pondo has his second tray ball of the game and gets Lovington back to within 1. 18-17 is the score. Hightower with it, works against Arroyo. Cycles around, bouncing it to Lujan. He takes it right base, his shot up, not going to fall, and off the tip. Arroyo with the rebound. Julian will keep it himself. He'll take it coast to coast. The circus shot, no good, and they are going to call jump ball. Wow, it'll go Lovington's way. Pfaffenberger will check out for Portales, and Culpepper will check in. So you got Paxton and Pierce Culpepper on the floor for the Rams. Get it into Arroyo, top of the arc, 3 on the way, and a huge foul, no call. Get it to Pondo, and he'll throw the 3 ball up off the glass, kiss it and good. Micah Pondo with 9 gives Lovington the lead, 20-18. Culpepper to the front court, goes around Stevens, gets it underneath to the other Culpepper. That is Pierce, who will put it in, his first points of the ball game. We are tied at 20, and a whistle sounds and a travel on Micah Pondo. Micah, quit barking. 5th turnover for the Wildcats. 6 minutes to go, first half, all tied at 20. To the front court with Hightower. Hightower behind the back, loses his footing, and they call the block on Lovington. They're going to call the block on Arroyo, his 3rd personal. First team foul on Lovington in the quarter, but yep, Julian's going to have to come out. Elijah Rivero's going to have to go in. Casey, not a happy man. He said something to the effect of call it both ways. Coming in will be Ethan Crawford for Portales, and Crawford will inbound to Lujan. They'll get it off and toss it back over. They'll get it into Pierce Culpepper, or pardon me, that's Paxton Culpepper, and his turnaround jumper from 5 is good and gives Portales the lead back 22-20. To the front court. Covington tossing into the corner. Stevens left side, 3 ball on the way. Off the mark, gets his own rebound though, and he'll put it back. Rebound no good, and then the ball loose on the floor, and it'll be Lujan who comes away with it. Back down the other way come the Portales Rams, leading by 2. Off the screen. Underneath to Culpepper, right base and up and in. That's Pierce Culpepper. 4 points off the bench and a quick 4-0 run. Has got Portales back up by 4. To Pondo, left wing, 3 ball up, no good, and Lujan with his 3rd rebound of the ball game. Lujan will give it back to Paxton. That's Jace Hightower. Hightower tossing out to Culpepper from the free throw line. That's an air ball, goes out of bounds. It'll be Lovington basketball. Coach McBroom is saying he tipped it. Ref said no, he didn't. So it'll be the 7th turnover for Portales. 4-point Portales lead. 4:51 to go here in the first half. Lovington kind of went cold in the first, but and back in the second. To Covington from the right lane. He can't buy a bucket right now. Ball loose on the court, and Pfaffenberger has his 6th rebound of the ball game. Lovington is not doing a good job on the glass. Toss the fastball underneath. Shot up, it's an air ball, and it'll wind up in Micah Pondo's hands. Pondo back down, gives it to Stevens. Stevens to Rivero to Covington. Thinks about the 3 now. He'll go in against Pfaffenberger. From a little 10-foot range, no good. And man, right now, Covington is just ice cold. Cold as the weather is going to be over the weekend. Culpepper to the front court to Hightower. He works against Stevens right at the halfway mark of the second quarter. Hightower bouncing back to Culpepper in the right wing. Toss it into Pfaffenberger. That's the other Culpepper. That's Pierce Culpepper. Goes up over Thompson and good. Now 26-20, a 6-0 run for Portales. Covington to Pondo. He'll take it left baseline. Goes up and in. Micah Pondo having a big game. He's got 11. Breaks the 6-0 run. Lovington back to within 4. 3.5 remaining in the half. Hightower controls it. Gets a pick. Goes in and then gets picked by Stevens. 8th turnover for the Rams. Back to Stevens. To Pondo. Pondo, he'll take it left base, a little 5-foot floater. That one no good. And that rebound going to be brought down by Paxton Culpepper, his 2nd. 3:09 to go first half. Portales in the lead, 26-22. Push it over into the corner. Culpepper, 3 ball on the way, no good. Pfaffenberger and Pondo fight for it. Pondo will come away with his 2nd board. Push it forward to Stevens, underhand to Thompson. Thompson off the glass and kiss it home. Back to a 1-bucket ball game here at Wildcat Gym. 26-24, Portales in the lead. Hightower to the front court. Stevens on him. He moves it back towards the top of the arc. Gets a screen from Crawford, and then pocket picked again by Pondo. Pondo then a bad pass, and that one's stolen back away. They'll get it to Pfaffenberger. He drives in over Pondo and misses it, and Covington comes from the trailer position and will get the rebound to Thompson through traffic, and DeMarcus up and in on the breakaway, and we are tied again at 26. And Coach Randy McBroom, I keep wanting to call him his dad, Randy McBroom takes the timeout. It will just be a 30. So we'll keep it right here. Say a big thank you to all the good folks who make Wildcat basketball possible. The Lady Cats, too. Couldn't do it without Bob's Thriftway, Devon Energy, Lake County Electric Cooperative, Lovington Auto Supply, Stone Oilfield Services, Eunice Pump and Supply, First American Bank of Lovington, Lovington Schools, and Western States Insurance. I'm TJ Miracle, live from Wildcat Gym. The crew from Gomez Pro AV, pardon me, Luis. Luis Gomez and his crew running our cameras tonight. We appreciate their help. Don Morgan on assignment. Tiff Stuber keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square. 2:10 remaining here in the first half. 26 apiece. Top 10 battle in New Mexico 4A. And just a huge rivalry game no matter how you look at it. Even though the football districts have changed for next year, basketball, they'll still be in our district. Culpepper picks up the dribble. Bouncing it over to Pfaffenberger. Pfaffenberger works against Herrera, who just checked in. He'll toss it over into the deep right corner for Alvarado, who just checked into Pfaffenberger, NBA 3. That one almost goes in, and it'll be Herrera with the rebound. Valente will leave it off for Perez. Push it forward to Rivero. Portales gets back in transition quickly to guard. Push it over to Thompson, now underhand to Herrera. Herrera to Perez. A little head fake to Rivera for 3. Rivero, bang! Got the bounce and got it home. Elijah Rivero with the 3 ball. Gives Lovington their first lead since very early in the first quarter. 80 seconds remaining here in the first half. To the front court. They'll bounce it to Alvarado, knocked away by Rivero. And it'll stay Portales basketball. Lovington tried to argue. Ref wasn't having it. As Lujan will push it into Culpepper. Goes around and through Thompson, and he's going to get hammered going to the rack on the left side. He'll go to the line for 2. Who'd they put it on? That's the question. I think they're going to call that one on Anson Marquez, but we'll double check that one. My new glasses will be in next week. They're going to actually whistle that one on Herrera. His first personal, second team foul. Culpepper at the line, up and in, good. 29-27, 1:08 remaining. First half, back and forth affair here at Wildcat Gym. Second one up, and Culpepper gets them both. He's got 9 in the ballgame. 29-28, Lovington in the lead. As a late sub coming in, they're going to make Lovington re-inbound it. They could actually tee up the Portales bench for that, as Jace Hightower waits to check back in, and they're going to say, nope, you didn't get to the table in time, kid. So Hightower will wait to check in. Lovington basketball. Perez to Rivero. Rivero picks up the dribble, working, and he'll get it back over to JoJo as he worked against Aguilar. Trying to get it into Thompson. They will. Thompson will go into the low post. Shot up, no good. And a foul on the rebound. They're going to get that one on Herrera. That'll be Valente's second quick personal. Third team foul on Lovington. 51 seconds remaining here in the half. Alvarado checks out. Hightower back in for Portales. Marquez, Thompson, Rivero, Perez, Herrera on the floor for the Cats. Culpepper, Hightower, Pfaffenberger. Pfaffenberger for 3, up, no good, and into the hands of Marcus Thompson. Thompson to the front court. Takes it, leaves it off for Marquez. Deep right corner, and he steps on the back line. Turnover number 7 for the Wildcats. Give it back to Portales with 34 seconds to go. Hightower, Culpepper, Lujan. Aguilar and Pfaffenberger on the floor for Portales. There we go. I got all 5 of them that time. As Perez will pick up Hightower as he stands on the big blue cat. Just in the Ram offensive zone. 21 seconds remaining in the half. Hightower to Lujan. Now push it to Pfaffenberger. Pardon me, that was Culpepper, and then a foul going to be called as slamming hard to the floor is Hightower. They're going to call that one on Marquez, the hold. First personal on Anson, fourth team foul on Lovington. 12 seconds remaining here in the half. A 29-28 Lovington lead. So Culpepper to inbound from in front of the Lovington bench. He'll bounce it into the backcourt where Hightower will pick it up. He works against Perez. He'll take it to the left lane, be blocked from behind, goes out. Nice job by Herrera, got him clean. Stays Portales basketball on the baseline. Cale Covington will come back in for Valente Herrera with 7.5 to go in the half. So the Rams waiting to inbound it. They'll bounce it into Pfaffenberger. Pfaffenberger hands it off to Hightower. Pardon me, that's Culpepper. Culpepper puts up a sidewinder of a shot at the buzzer and gets it to go. And the 3 at the buzzer makes this a 31-29 game at the halftime. So we will head to half. Portales 31, Lovington 29. Your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show coming up. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
And welcome back to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and you know you're going to, trust me on that one, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa, get up and go. I'm TJ Miracle, 31-29, Portales in the lead. As halftime entertainment, we have a gentleman with whips out on the center of the floor, so not quite sure what that's all about, but okay, hey, whatever it takes to entertain the crowd. Let's take a look at the numbers in the first half of this one. We will start with the Portales Rams. Their leading scorer right now is Paxton Culpepper. He's got 12 points in the first half, 3 of them coming at the buzzer. He leads the way. 6 for Bradley Aguilar, 6 for Pierce Culpepper off the bench. Carson Pfaffenberger with 4 points, but 7 rebounds in the first half. Then Jace Hightower with 3 points. For Portales, they only had 1 trip to the line, but they made the most of it. 2 for 2 from the charity stripe in that first half. As a team, as I mentioned, Pfaffenberger with 7 rebounds. They have 13 rebounds as a team. 9 turnovers in the first half, 18 points in the first quarter, 13 in the second. That gets them to their 31. Turning the page for your Lovington Wildcats, Micah Pondo is the leading scorer right now for Lovington. He had 11 points in the first half. Nice job for Micah. 9 points for Cale Covington. 6 points for DeMarcus Thompson and 3 points for Elijah Rivera. Lovington did not have any opportunities from the free throw from the free throw line in the first half, and rebounding, a bit of a problem. Covington and Pondo each with 2 apiece, and only 8 rebounds as a team for Lovington. 7 turnovers in the first half, so they win that battle. 12 points in the first quarter, 17 in the second. That's how they get to their 29 overall on the board. So your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How keys to the second half. If you are Lovington, 1, you've got to stay out of foul trouble. Not a lot of fouling in that first half, but unfortunately 3 of them coming against Julian Arroyo very quickly, so he has been ineffective because, well, he hadn't been able to be on the floor. He had no points in that first half and only 1 rebound, so you have to be a little bit careful. Got to find a way to keep Arroyo on the floor. You've got to keep moving the ball effectively through tough Portales defense. You've got to find the open look, especially with Arroyo. Pondo not afraid to take the shots, and when he got open, he made the threes, 3 of them in that first half. So keep doing what you're doing. You've got to find a way to get your close-in shots to go, too, as within 5 feet, Lovington was not very good in that first half. But, hey, they're only down by 2. A lot of good things there. They also need to find some way to get some more rebounds. They got out-rebounded 7-1 in the first quarter They each had 7 rebounds in the second quarter. Well, actually, Lovington winning the rebounding battle 7-6 in the second quarter, but still only 8 rebounds for Lovington, and too many times they put up shots and nobody in the neighborhood to rebound, giving Portales an easy rebound. So for the Wildcats, they know what they have to do, which is just come out and play the ball that they know they can, and they will come back and win this game for Portales. Well, things are going pretty much like they hoped that they would. They've come out and they've dominated and really controlled the pace of the game. And if they can continue to do that, they can continue to give Lovington fits. When Lovington could get into the transition game and get things moving, that's when they came back and took the lead for just a few minutes late in that first half. So the Cats and the Rams, you wouldn't expect anything different, would you? No, you really wouldn't. As again, we've got a cowboy out there. He was using whips a few minutes ago. Now he's doing the rope tricks, and you never know what you're going to get on a Friday night here in the Love City. You got to love it for sure. 31-29 is our score. Getting ready to come back for the second half of action. This has been your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime report from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and well, trust me, my friends, you will. Get that Napa Know-How from Lovington Auto Supply right here in Lovington. Lovington Auto Supply and Napa, proud supporters of the Cats and Lady Cats. Lovington Auto Supply and Napa, get up and go. Second half when we return. This is Wildcat Basketball on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat basketball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Please subscribe, and also on HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight. Dawn Morgan is on assignment. Got the good folks from Gomez Pro AV running our cameras tonight. We appreciate their help, and Tiff Stuber keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square. So 31-29, Portales in the lead as we start the second half, and it will be Portales basketball. Marquez, Covington, Thompson, Arroyo, and Pondo on the floor for the Cats. Lujan, Aguilar, Hightower, Pfaffenberger, and Culpepper on the floor for the Rams. So it'll be Hightower off the inbound. He'll bring it across the big Cat at center court. Arroyo on him, swats at it, goes into the hands of Lujan. Lujan to Culpepper for three, left wing. That one is off the mark, and Thompson goes up and skies for the rebound. Went right over the head of Paxton Culpepper for it. The kid has got some ups, as they say. To Micah Pondo. He'll have it in front of the student section on the far sideline. Goes to the left base, is pushed out by Covington. Over to Thompson in the right wing. He'll put up a three. That one is off the mark. And off of the tip, it'll wind up in the hands of Aguilar, his second rebound of the ball game. But pocket almost picked, ball loose on the court, and it'll wind up in the hands of the Wildcats and Thompson. Thompson to Covington. Covington for three on the left side. Kisses the glass, but nobody there except for Rams to rebound, and it's Lujan who gets his fourth of the ball game. Turning on the Jets, a 15-footer for Hightower. Rebound by Pfaffenberger, and he'll take it up over the rim and good. He's got 6 in the ball game. Portales strikes first in the second half. 33-29, 4-point Ram lead. To Pondo, left wing for three, and that one is in and out. Another rebound for Pfaffenberger. He's got 9 in the ball game now. Again, no Wildcats underneath anywhere close to rebound. Hightower brings it across the timeline. Comes to Culpepper, now pushing it over to Aguilar. Aguilar into Pfaffenberger on the left base, and he'll put it up and in. He's got 8 in the ball game. 35-29, a 6-0 run for Portales. Just a 4-0 run, sorry. Can't do math. Pondo into the lane, underhands it to Thompson, and he's going to be fouled going to the rack, and they're going to whistle that one, I've got to think, on Culpepper. He's the one who put his hands on his head. Yep. So they'll call the hack on Culpepper, his first personal, first team foul on Portales, just their second foul in the entire game. It'll put DeMarcus at the line to shoot 2. First one for Thompson is up and good. So Lovington finally scratches one onto the board nearly 2 minutes into the third quarter. And now they trail by 5. Thompson's second is up and good. 8 points in the ballgame for DeMarcus Thompson, 35-31. Portales with the 4-point lead. Into the front court come the Rams, and a bad pass and overthrown on Lujan. That'll be turnover number 11 for Portales. Lovington needs to take advantage of the turnovers. So far, the shooting has not heated up. Arroyo to Marquez, top of the arc, back to Arroyo, to Pondo, left corner, 3-ball on the way. That one is off the mark, but Thompson is there, grabs the board and the rebound and the putback. He's got 8 in the, make that 10 in the ball game. Coming the other way, the ball is going to go off of Arroyo as that one slipped out of the hands of Culpepper and rolls up the nose of Arroyo. 35-33, 2-point lead for Portales right where we started this third quarter. Into Lujan. The head fake by Hightower. He takes it to the free throw line. Thompson gives him something to think about before he gets it back to Culpepper. 5:28 to go in the third. Into Lujan in the deep left corner. Lovington gets to him quickly. Pushing back out to Aguilar. Aguilar, a little sidearm sling to Hightower. Bouncing it into Pfaffenberger, and he gets in, and he'll get the bucket and the foul. They'll call that one on Covington. His second personal. First team foul on Lovington. Pfaffenberger now with 10 in the ball game. And he goes to the line for the and one. Pfaffenberger, double digits and 1 board away from a double-double. Stretches it back up to a 4-point lead for Portales. He'll toe the stripe, and the and one is on the way and no good, and it'll be Thompson with the rebound, his fourth. 37-33. Thompson to the front court. Takes it, hippity-hop through the right lane, and he is rejected by Pfaffenberger with authority. DeMarcus just kind of smiles at him like, yeah, okay, you got me that time. So it'll be Anson Marquez to inbound it from the right baseline. Marquez pushes it in, gets it to Covington, top of the arc. Cale goes in against Culpepper and misses the point blanker again. And the rebound going to be brought in by Lujan, his fifth. Lovington again not having any luck on the boards or really in the offensive end. Bad pass inside. It'll be knocked away, and it'll be another turnover forced by Lovington. But they give it right back to Portales, and it'll be Hightower who will put it up and in. 39-33. 6-point lead for Portales. 4.5 to go, and off the foot of Arroyo as he works against Lujan, and Lujan takes it away from him, and they're going to call Lujan for the foul. Is she going to tackle somebody to get a foul? That'll be his first personal, second team foul on the Rams as Stevens will come in for Pondo. And did Coach Casey Pack take the timeout? Yes, he did. So it'll be a full timeout with 4:31 remaining in the third quarter. Portales 39, Lovington 33. We're back right after this. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Back here at Wildcat Gym out of the Lovington timeout, it will be Lovington basketball. I'm TJ Miracle. Welcome in. You got Marquez, Arroyo, Stevens, Covington. And who am I missing? 1, 2, 3. Oh, Thompson is over there behind Culpepper. Culpepper, Pfaffenberger, Lujan, Aguilar, and Hightower on the floor for Portales. So whatever questions we're getting asked have been decided. So it'll be Marquez to inbound it from in front of the student section. Gets it to Covington in the deep left corner. Now to Thompson. Flips it out to Marquez, top of the arc. Marquez works against Aguilar. Out to Stevens. Stevens to Covington. Cale working against Culpepper. He'll take it in and loses the ball off of his foot. And they're going to say actually off the foot of Aguilar. So it'll stay Wildcat basketball. The Cats offense has had some trouble. They have missed too many point blankers, and to Arroyo. Lujan gets to him quickly. He'll push it to Thompson, who gets bumped, no call. Back to Thompson to Covington, right corner for three, and off the mark and from the tap. It'll be Marquez with the rebound and a three for Arroyo, and bang! Julian gets himself in the books finally here in the third quarter and cuts it down to just a 3-point Portales lead. 39-36, under halfway to go in the third. Hightower weaving his way through traffic from the free throw line. Puts up a shot, bump, no call, and it'll wind up officially in the books as a turnover to Covington. He'll take it to the left lane. The little push shot, and Cale gets it to go. 11 points for Covington, and Lovington back to within a point. 39-38. 3.5 remaining, a little backcourt pressure. Hightower stumbles through into the front court. Lovington tries to trap him up, then a bad pass as Portales has now turned it over 14 times in the game. 5 times here in the third quarter. So now Lovington with a chance to take the lead with 3:24 to go in the third. The back and forth affair continues. Arroyo to the front court to Stevens in the right corner. He'll cycle it in front of the bench. Then give it to Covington, top of the arc. Pfaffenberger out to guard him. To the free throw line, little spin move to the left lane, and the hook is up and good. 40-39, Lovington back up by a point. 3:02 remaining in the third. Using up the dribble to Pfaffenberger in the front court. They'll get it into the deep right corner. Aguilar for three, and that one is off the mark. Covington controls the rebound. Kale's third rebound of the ball game, but a bad pass, and it'll be turned right back over to Portales. And the little circus shot up, no good, and Covington will wind up with his fourth board of the ball game. Push it to Arroyo with 2:40 remaining. Arroyo steps back from the left wing. 3 ball off the mark, but Thompson there with the rebound and the putback, no good. And Marquez, they're going to say, goes over the back to get the rebound. Thompson got his 5th rebound of the ball game, but they're going to whistle Marquez for his second personal, second team foul on Lovington. Valente Herrera checking into the game for the Wildcats. Covington going to go take a quick breather. Covington now with 13 in the ball game leads the Cats. They'll push it to Lujan in the front court, and ball goes out of bounds off of Stevens or Herrera. Could have been either one. Kind of screened out by the Portales bench right here underneath me. In my broadcast location, Lujan tosses it in. It'll be Hightower with it, with Arroyo on him. Hightower slings it to Culpepper. Culpepper, Thompson picks him up. He'll take it in, almost loses the dribble, gets it back, somehow gets it back, then out to the top of the arc. 3 on the way for Hightower, no good. And it'll be Herrera with the rebound. That'll be his second. Off of pressure, Valente gets it to Arroyo. Julian, a little shake and bake, takes it through, goes and puts up the circus shot, no good. And the rebound brought down by Hightower. Back down come the Rams. Pardon me, that was Culpepper. And ball knocked out of bounds by the Cats, playing trailer. Elijah Rivera will come in for DeMarcus Thompson. 40-39, Lovington with a 1-point lead. 1:53 to go in the third. They'll push that one in and back into no man's land, and Rivero going to pick it off and take it to the rack on the left side. It's off the glass, no good, but he'll head to the line for 2. That's good pressure on the inlet. They're going to whistle Hightower, his first personal, third team foul on Portales. And it'll be Elijah Rivero heading to the line to shoot 2. And Rivero with 3 points in the ball game, trying to stretch this Lovington lead up just a little bit. Rivero bends the knees, puts up the first, and it's short-armed. No good, so the score remains 40-39. Aguilera checks out. Pierce Culpepper checking in for Portales. He had a good first half off the bench. Rivero at the line. Puts up his second, and that one nothing but the bottom of the net. Lovington up 41-39, 1:45 remaining in the third. Hightower to the front court, works against Rivero, tries to get it inside to Culpepper, but a bad pass, and Herrera will take it away. Throwing it down to Stevens, and over his head, Ethan will corral it in the deep right corner. He works against Pfaffenberger. Now back out to Arroyo. Pfaffenberger on Stevens. That's quite the mismatch height-wise. A pick from Herrera, and losing it off his foot is Arroyo. Back down to a breaking Lujan, who misses the point-blank layup, and it'll be a rebound for Valente. Herrera down to Arroyo, right corner for 3, and bang! Julian Arroyo has his second tray ball of the game, and it's now 44-39. The Cats stretch it out to 5. Off of the foot of Culpepper. Into the hands of Lujan, though. Lujan tries to toss it to the back baseline, and trying to save it, it will into Culpepper. Herrera will just bat it out, and it'll wind up being Pfaffenberger with his 10th rebound of the ballgame. Lujan, left corner, 3 ball up, no good, and Arroyo skies for the board. Arroyo to the front corner, trying to push it to Stevens, coming up the left lane and out of his reach, and it'll be the 11th turnover for Lovington. Lovington plays at a much faster pace, plays better at a faster pace. Covington will come into the ballgame. JoJo Perez in for the Wildcats. Rivero, Arroyo, Perez, Covington, and Herrera on the floor for the Cats. 35 seconds to go in the third. Hightower to Culpepper, right side, takes it to the free throw line. Pushes back out, Pfaffenberger right corner for 3. That one off the mark. Perez with the rebound and a big bump and no call. But JoJo will have his first rebound of the ball game. Backcourt pressure coming from Culpepper. It'll be Arroyo to control things. 15 seconds to go as he crosses the timeline, and they will get Lujan for the block. That'll be his second personal. 4th team foul on Portales. It is on the floor. Lovington up by 5 with 12.5 seconds to go in the quarter. Patrick Alvarado will check into the ball game for Lujan. Perez to inbound it from the far side in front of the Lovington student section. Looks for somebody to get free. He'll get it to Arroyo in the backcourt. So Julian with it, working against Culpepper, and gets a huge screen from Herrera from the right wing for three. And that one, goaltending, anybody? Goaltending. And then the ball thrown by Pfaffenberger. I think he tried to put up a shot there. So Pfaffenberger, as the clock sounds on the third quarter, Lovington has gone into the lead, 44-39. We got a whale of a fourth quarter awaiting as Wildcat basketball continues in a moment here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
The Wildcats use a 15-8 fourth quarter to take the lead, 44-39, starting the fourth. Still anybody's ball game. I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us tonight. It'll be Perez, Rivero, Arroyo, Covington, and Thompson on the floor for the Cats. It'll be Culpepper, Hightower, Pfaffenberger, Lujan, and Culpepper on the floor for Portales. Both Culpeppers in the game. To Covington from the high post. The little push shot is up and off the glass and good. 15 points now in the ball game for Cale Covington. Paxton Culpepper to the front, gets it into Pfaffenberger, but right into the hands of DeMarcus Thompson. 17th turnover. Thompson will take it coast to coast, but miss the layup, but then he'll head to the line to shoot two. That 2 and that 3 look awful similar, so let's see for sure who they put it up on. And they will put that one up on Hightower. That'll be his second personal. First team foul in the quarter. And DeMarcus Thompson to the line. Thompson with 10 in the ball game as Lovington looks to stretch things out here at the start of the fourth. First one for DeMarcus, up and good. 47-39. Lovington in the lead, trying to take over second place in the district. Second one on the way, and that one is in and out. And the ball is loose, and DeMarcus going to wind up with his own board, and then the ball goes out off of his foot. So it'll be the 12th turnover for the Wildcats. They lead by 8, 47-39. 7.5 remaining in regulation. And I say that because with these two teams, when they get hot, they get hot. When they're not, they're not. We could see an overtime. Push it over to Culpepper, now to Pfaffenberger, to Lujan. To the other Culpepper, makes a nifty little move, goes to the left block, puts up a shot. It's an air ball, and the ball into the hands of DeMarcus Thompson. He'll underhand it. They'll wind it to Covington. Tries to throw it, but Lujan playing trailer. He was trying to get, I believe that was Arroyo cutting on the left baseline, but knocked away by Lujan. Culpepper will check out of the ball game. That's Pierce Culpepper back in Bradley Aguilar. JoJo Perez to inbound from right of his own bucket. Tosses into Arroyo, deep right corner. Julian against Lujan, give it on the left baseline, now out to Covington. From Thompson, back to Arroyo, NBA 3 right wing, and that one is in and out. Pfaffenberger has rebound number 12. Yikes, they have not done a good job with him on the board. Pushing it into the deep right corner, Aguilar thinks about 3, Covington gets to him quickly. Picks up the dribble, needs some help. Bad pass, and it'll be Hightower who steps on the sideline in front of the Lovington student section. Turnover number 18 for Portales. As they've had a little bit of trouble hanging on to the basketball, Lovington has been winning that game all night. If you can win the turnover battle, you generally are going to win the game. And right now, Lovington up by 8. And you have to capitalize. Lovington has done a much better job capitalizing on turnovers in the second half. Covington with it, goes in and loses the basketball off of the foot of Culpepper. So it'll stay Lovington basketball. 6:26 remaining in regulation of this district contest. Now Rivero to inbound, gets it to Covington. Cale thinks about the three, right wing. He'll take it. It is off the mark, and it'll be into the hands of Bradley Aguilar, his third board of the ball game. Push it forward. Aguilar gets it back. Steps out as Micah Pondo back into the game to Pfaffenberger, top of the arc. His three ball is going to be in and out too. Fight for the rebound, and Covington and Lujan going at it, and they're going to say Cale touched it last. So it'll stay Portales basketball. Both teams have kind of gone into a little bit of a funk on the offensive end of things. Knocked out by Thompson on the inbound. Thompson, Rivero, Covington, Arroyo, Pondo on the floor for the Cats. Aguilar, Lujan, Pfaffenberger, Culpepper, and Hightower for the Rams, and a foul going to be called on Covington on the inbound. Third personal on Cale. First team foul on Lovington in the quarter. Rivero will check out. Ethan Stevens comes in. It will be Portales basketball as Culpepper bounces in and right into the hands of DeMarcus Thompson. That'll be turnover number 19. Lujan gives him a little trouble, though. He gives it over to Covington, who gives it back to Thompson, to Stevens in the deep right corner. He'll cycle it back out between the rings, give it to Pondo, and Lovington will reset the offense. 5:45 to go, NBA 3, left wing on the way for Arroyo. That one off the mark, nobody to rebound it except for Bradley Aguilar, who has his fourth board. He'll get it to a breaking Hightower, who gets picked from behind, but a whistle sounds, and they're going to say Stevens stepped on the sideline or on the baseline before he managed to knock it away. So Portales dodges a bullet right there, but a good trail there from Stevens. Pfaffenberger bouncing it inside, and is going hard to the floor is Culpepper, but I think they're going to get Arroyo for his fourth personal. Oh, they're going to actually call the hold foul on DeMarcus Thompson, his first personal, second team foul on the Cats. So Culpepper back in, gets it to Lujan, top of the arc, three on the way, and it's good. Joel Lujan, his first points of the ball game, breaks the scoring drought for Portales. Back the other way, Covington from the low post and takes it to the base and up and in. 17 points for Covington, 49-42. Lovington up by 7. Throw the fastball to Pfaffenberger. He goes over the head of Thompson and in. Pfaffenberger with 12. Now business is picking up a little bit here at Wildcat Gym. Thompson to Pondo for 3, and that one off the mark, and Pfaffenberger going to be pushed on the rebound. He'll get the rebound, and then he's fouled. They're going to call Covington on the push. That'll be Cale's fourth personal. Might not be a bad idea to sit him for a few minutes, Coach Casey. But Covington still on the floor with 4:58 remaining, a 5-point Lovington lead. Bounce, no look to Lujan, but he's going to be fouled by Thompson. He'll head to the line. DeMarcus did a nice job getting over to him. Second personal on DeMarcus, third team foul on Lovington. And Joel Lujan heads to the line to shoot 2. 49-44. Sorry about the score bug. Oopsie there. Lujan at the line, puts up the first and misses it. Lujan missing the first free throw, so it stays a 5-point Lovington lead. Thompson and Covington in the front of things for the Cats. Second one for Lujan is up, and that one off the glass and good. So now 49-45. Portales is chipping back into it. It's what we've seen the whole game, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Pondo against Aguilar. Pondo will take it in. No look pass to the left. Base to Covington and Cale up and in. Off the assist from Micah. 51-45. Cats back up by 6. 4.5 to go. Lujan goes around Covington, loses it off his foot, and it'll go into the hands of DeMarcus Thompson. Thompson to Stevens, who's just going to slow things up. And the long cross-court pass to Aguilar, and timeout taken by Coach Casey Pack. 4:19 remaining in the ball game. It's Lovington 51, Portales 45. Don't go anywhere. We've got a good one here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Out of the Wildcat timeout. Welcome back to Wildcat Gym and Wildcat Basketball. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks to the crew from Gomez Pro AV running our cameras tonight. It'll be Lovington basketball out of the timeout. The Cats up by 6, 51-45. 4:19 to go in regulation. Pondo into Thompson, back to Pondo. Micah, no look pass, trying to get Covington in the deep left corner, and they actually call the charge on Pondo. That's the second one on Micah. His second personal. Both have been charges. That is the 4th team foul on Lovington, so they got no more to give. 13th turnover. You don't want to let Portales get back into this one with the clock not running. As to the front court, Hightower runs the point. Stevens will toss it over to Lujan in front of the Portales bench. Back out, trying to get it to Pfaffenberger. Stolen away by Thompson. DeMarcus will take it to the rack on the right side and up and in. DeMarcus with 13 points off the turnover. Hightower to Culpepper. Culpepper goes through, and he'll put it high off the glass and good. Culpepper with 14 points. If you're Lovington, you're saying, yeah, we'll trade buckets with you like that all night. 53-47, a 6-point Lovington lead. Thompson going to run the offense, take it to the front court to Covington. Cale picks up the dribble, tosses to Thompson in the right corner. Pfaffenberger gets to him quickly. Lovington can just run things out now if they want to, burning some time. To Pondo from Stevens, working against Aguilar. Pondo, nifty little move, takes it to the free throw line, trying to bounce it to Stevens, and it goes between Stevens and Pfaffenberger. And out of bounds. That'll be turnover number 14 on the Wildcats. Pondo going to check out as Elijah Rivero checks back in for the Cats. Rivero, Arroyo, Stevens, Thompson, and Cale Covington on the floor for the Cats. Hightower, Culpepper, Lujan, Aguilar, Pfaffenberger on the floor for the Rams. Pfaffenberger with it, and Pfaffenberger runs over Arroyo. He'll pick up his first personal of the ball game. Second team foul on Portales, but more importantly, it's a turnover, and it gives the ball to Lovington with 3:08 remaining in the contest. Thompson to Arroyo with pressure from Lujan in the backcourt, back to DeMarcus. Thompson, no look pass. Arroyo gets it as he crosses the timeline. Needs some help. He'll toss it back, and they're going to say backcourt violation. As Arroyo under intense pressure, 15th turnover for the Cats. Stevens will come off. Pondo goes back in. It'll be Portales basketball in front of the Wildcat student section. They've been loud and proud tonight. So into Pfaffenberger. He'll give it to Lujan. Rivero comes up behind him, spooked Lujan a little bit. Kept his composure. Now to Aguilar, uses up the dribble, gets it tipped, and tipped, then tipped, and finally it's a turnover. Lovington has it back. Thompson with it. He goes around, weaves through traffic. Now he's going to pull up in the right wing, picks up the dribble, gets it to Elijah Rivero. As Rivero works against Lujan. Nifty little spin move, toss it out to Cale Covington. I'm glad Cale's got a big wingspan, or that would have been dangerous. To Pondo at the big cat at center court. Micah out to Rivero. They're just dribbling around. 2:22 remaining in the fourth. Covington controls in front of the scorer's table, and he's going to get fouled by Lujan. A little tank foul called, his third personal. Third team foul on Portales. They've still got one to give before Lovington goes into free throw territory as Crawford will check in for Aguilar. Crawford, Culpepper, Pfaffenberger, Lujan, and Hightower on the floor for Portales. To DeMarcus Thompson in the right block, spin move for DeMarcus, and he is going to be fouled as Pfaffenberger acts like he can't believe he bumped him. Actually, I don't think they called that on Pfaffenberger, but we'll see. They're going to whistle that one on Crawford, his first personal, fourth team foul. It is a shooting foul, though, so Thompson to the line to shoot two. Lovington will be in the bonus on the next foul. Cats up 53-47, 6-point lead, 2:15 remaining in regulation. First one for DeMarcus is up, and that one off the mark. So DeMarcus has missed his last two attempts. Not Not a big worry, though. You're up by 6, but you need to stretch out if you can. DeMarcus, he gets that one to go. 54-47. Back to the front court come the Rams. To Crawford. To Hightower. Hightower uses up the dribble, tossing it to Lujan, and trying to save it, but not able to is Culpepper. It'll be another turnover for Portales. Lovington has done a nice job. Portales has had all kinds of heck hanging on to the basketball tonight. As timeout going to be taken by Coach Randy McBroom. It will be a 30, so we'll just keep it right here. Actually, we'll take it with them. 2:03 remaining in regulation. Lovington 54, Portales 47, back in 30. More Wildcat basketball.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Out of the Portales timeout, welcome back to Lovington Wildcat basketball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. I'm TJ Miracle. Don Morgan on assignment tonight. Tiff Stuber keeping an eye and an ear on things at One Radio Square, and the crew from Gomez Pro AV running the cameras tonight. Pondo will bring it into the front court off of the inbound Lovington basketball. Arroyo directs traffic as we click under 2 minutes to play. Arroyo with a screen from Avero goes to the free throw line and now, puts up a shot from the free throw line and he'll go to the line for 2. Shot didn't count, but they'll call the push foul on Lujan. That'll be his 4th personal, 5th team foul on Portales. So now incumbent on the Cats to stretch this one out from the free throw line. If it's going to be a free throw contest, you're going to win this game, but you got to make your free throws. First one for Julian is up and good. He's got 7 points. Rather quiet night for Arroyo, but he was in foul trouble much of the first half. Second one on the way for Julian. Rolls home. 56-47, a 9-point Lovington lead, their biggest lead of the night. Equals the biggest lead by either team tonight. Lovington fought back from 9 down in the first half. As Hightower for 3, top of the arc, and boom, that was Culpepper for 3 and gets it to go. So 56-50, 137 remaining, and the timeout is going to be taken by Coach Randy McBroom. So we'll just keep it right here. It is a full timeout, but we'll take a moment to thank you for watching wherever you are around Southeast New Mexico, West Texas, and the world on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, and the Z94 KZOR Facebook page. Please subscribe to that Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Remember, once we get to 2,000 subscribers, I'll pull another $100 out of my pocket and give it to one random subscriber. It's not coming from our great sponsors. It's not coming from the station. That money comes out of my pocket is just a way of saying thank you for supporting your Lovington Wildcats and supporting those great businesses you see along the bottom of your screen right there. Bob's Thriftway, Devon Energy, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Lovington Auto Supply, Stone Oil Field, Eunice Pump and Supply, First American Bank of Lovington, the Lovington Schools, and Western States Insurance. So out of the Portales timeout, it'll be Lovington basketball up by 6, 56-50. 97 seconds left to play. Lovington trying to pull the upset and go into sole possession of second place in the district as Thompson will get it in to Pondo. Pondo weaves through traffic and he's going to get tic-tac fouled. They're going to call the hold on Jace Hightower, his 3rd personal. So it'll put Micah Pondo at the line. Covington, Pondo, Thompson, Rivero, and Arroyo. Hightower, Pfaffenberger, Culpepper, Lujan, and Crawford on the floor for Portales, and Pondo off the mark on that one. Micah with 11 points in the ball game, but misses that one. Still a 2-possession game with 93 seconds to go. Still anybody's ball game. Second one on the way for Micah. He gets that one. And that makes it an unconventional 2-possession, so probably a 3-possession game in the conventional sense of things at best. Culpepper with it, drives through, gets stripped out. Ball loose on the floor, Pfaffenberger gets it. He'll go hard to the rack and up and in. Pfaffenberger with 14. And a timeout taken by Coach McBroom with 1:18 remaining in the ball game. 57-52, a 5-point Lovington lead. Great to have you along. I'm TJ Miracle. Of course, after tonight, we will take a week off and back in action right back here at the friendly confines of Wildcat Gym on Friday night to open the second half of the district season against the Artesia Bulldogs. If this score holds up, it'll be the first place versus second place team in the district right here next Friday night. Of course, we'll start our coverage with the Lovington Lady Cats next Friday at 5:30. We'll have the Stone Oilfield Services Lady Cat pregame show about 5:15, 5:20. Lady Cats, the Lady Dogs, a tie for the district lead after the Lady Cats getting the big win tonight over the Portales Lady Rams. The Lady Rams were a top 4 team in the state according to Max Preps. They were number 4 in the Max Preps matrix. Lovington's girls, just like the boys, number 9. So the girls game an upset. The boys, number 9. Portales' boys, number 7. So Lovington trying to pull a little bit of an upset there, too. It'll be Lovington basketball out of the timeout. 1:18 to go into Arroyo to Thompson to Pondo. Micah to Arroyo to Thompson, who'll take it into the front court. Portales going to be looking to foul pretty quickly, you've got to think. No, they're not, as Thompson picks up the dribble, gives it to Arroyo, tossing it over to Rivero, then tossing it back out. They're just going to play keep away at this point. Under a minute to play to Pondo. And Crawford going to get whistled for his second personal foul. It'll put Mike at the line with 58 seconds remaining in the ball game. A 5-point lead, a 2-possession game. Now it's important to hit the free throws, stretch it back out. First one for Pondo is up and good, 6 points. So 2 full possessions now, 58-52. Pondo at the line. Gets ready for the second, puts it up and gets them both. Back up by 7. Cats 59, Rams 52. And Arroyo with a huge collision on Jace Hightower. Julian, that'll be his 4th personal. That'll be the 5th team foul on Lovington. So now it will become a free throw contest. Gotta be careful they don't get Julian for the intentional there. The intentional and malicious as Hightower to the line to shoot 2. Trying to keep the Rams in this one with hope, and he'll put it up and in. Back to a 6-point ball game, 2 possessions. Now Hightower with 6 points, looking to add to it. Puts up his second. That one is no good. It'll be Covington with the rebound, his 5th. Cale to Arroyo, who puts on the brakes as he crosses the timeline. Has to toss it, and that is going to be a fight for it. It'll go out of bounds, and Portales basketball as Lovington will turn it over for a 16th time in the ball game. 59-53, 6-point lead, 45 seconds to go as Aguilar comes back in. He'll go in for Crawford. Watch out, Portales can rain them down. They're going to be looking to get the open shooter. They'll push it in. They'll get it to Hightower. Rivero gives him a little bit of space. He'll pull the trigger top of the arc, and that one rolls. No good. And it'll be Thompson with the rebound, his 8th, and he is immediately going to be fouled. See who it's going to be on. They're going to call that on Pfaffenberger. That'll be his 2nd personal, and we'll take the 85-foot walk back down the court with 37.7 seconds left to go. So DeMarcus Thompson with 14 points in the ball game, trying to get this back up over 2 possessions. As Coach Casey Pack calls Pondo, Rivero, and Arroyo over. Give them some instruction. First one for Thompson is up and no good. So it stays a 6-point lead. Thompson usually pretty icy under pressure. If you can get this one up to 7, you breathe a little bit easier. And when it's 3 possessions in 37 seconds, and DeMarcus will get that one to fall, 60-53. Back to a 7-point lead. Hightower to Culpepper. The little head fake. Culpepper goes in, puts up a wild shot, and it'll be Pondo who will come away with it. And now Micah going to be fouled. And whistle that one. Is it going to be on Culpepper or is that Height? That's Culpepper. That'll be his 2nd personal. And now Michael Pondo heads to the line as the start the bus chant starts with 25 seconds to go. If Micah can get both of these, you might think about it, but it's still an unconventional two-possession game right now. Pondo puts up the first, and Micah gets it to go. 15 points for Micah Pondo. Now it's an 8-point lead. It is a three-possession ball game, or an extremely unconventional two. Have to get 2 3-pointers to fall and be fouled. Second one on the way. That one's no good. And the rebound, though, by Cale Covington. Covington, his 6th. He'll dribble around. Picks up at dribble. Gets back to Rivero. Over to Pondo with 17 seconds to go. Pondo going to be fouled by Pfaffenberger. And Micah heads to the line to shoot 2 more. That'll be his 3rd personal. Lovington is in the bonus. So Micah Pondo trying to put the ice on this one and get Lovington to 2-1 in district, and Pondo's first one is up and good. 62-53, back to a 9-point Lovington lead. It is a full 3 possessions now. Not impossible in 15 seconds, but unlikely. You get it to 10, it becomes pretty much impossible, and it is now pretty much impossible. A 10-point Lovington lead. It's to the front court. Portales looking to shoot. To Aguilar, right corner. That one is going to be short. DeMarcus Thompson will pick it up, and then it'll be turned back over, and a 3-ball on the way for Portales. And Thompson will have his 10th rebound of the ball game as the clock expires, and the Lovington Wildcats knock off the Portales Rams tonight. 63-53 our final. We'll take a timeout and come back with your post-game report and hopefully a Bob's Thriftway coaches conversation. Wildcats win 63-53. Post-game report on the way from Devon Energy and New Walmart Digital in One Radio Square Sports.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
And welcome back to Wildcat Basketball, your Devon Energy postgame report. Lovington victorious tonight, 63-53 over the visiting Portales Rams. Lovington will go to 14-9 on the season, but more importantly, 2-1 in district. They will take over sole possession of second place in the district race. Portales will drop to 14-9. And they'll be third in the district coming out of tonight at 1-2. Taking a look at some of the final numbers on this one while we wait for Coach Casey Pack and our Bob's Thriftway coaches conversation. 2 double-digit scores for Portales tonight. Paxton Culpepper leads the way. He has 17 points in the game. Carson Pfaffenberger with 14 points. Pfaffenberger also with 13 rebounds, so he finishes up with the double-double. Portales went 4 of 7 from the free throw line. Did not have a lot of chances from the stripe tonight. 25 rebounds as a team, as we mentioned. Pfaffenberger leading the way. 28 turnovers, though way too many, I'm sure, for Coach McBroom, as Coach Casey Pack joining us for our Bob's Thriftway coaches conversation. Coach Pack, congratulations, as that one was a little bit uncomfortable at times, shall we say, wasn't it?
Yeah, at times we probably fell in love with the 3 too much, and because we started stretching it, and then we missed 6 threes in a row. But we settled down, got back to getting it to the basket and shooting free throws.
Well, and that was very important. Yeah, I mean, you went 11 of 17 from the line in the fourth quarter, 14 of 21. I don't have to be a mathematician to know that's 2/3, and that's pretty darn good from the free throw line. But, first half, things a little bit off. You had a little bit of trouble rebounding, but really turned it around in the second half.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they were running a little box and one at times, triangle, and we our offense was struggling a little bit. Second half, we started, making some making some good decisions with the basketball. I felt tonight, Julian, he was being a great team leader the second half, getting kids in the right spot, sharing the ball. I mean, he was very unselfish tonight in the second half, and we prevailed because of that.
Well, you did. You came storming back, and it looked really like kind of two different teams out there from the first half to the second half. But it was great to see. And this is a team that I think is incredibly resilient.
Oh yeah.
They don't seem to ever get too far down, no matter what the scoreboard says.
No. And they hung in there, and they kept fighting back, and and this is the first time since I've been the head coach here that we're 2-1 going into the next 3 games.
Well, and the next 3 games are going to be very important because now what you've done is you control your own destiny moving forward out of this.
Yes.
So that's important.
That's very important.
And so a very important game to win, and of course a rivalry game, Lovington, Portales. You can't really beat that. So as you continue to move forward, what's your team going to take out of this first half of district and out of tonight specifically? I can't talk all of a sudden.
I think tonight, you saw us. We held together, and younger kids were stepping up. I mean, we just played great team ball and great team defense, and that's the magic, ingredients to be successful. So you can't have one guy doing it. I thought we did a great job of holding our composure and staying together.
Well, and you certainly did. And yeah, when you mentioned the defense, you forced 28 turnovers. I'm sorry, I can't read my own handwriting again. And 24 turnovers. I was trying to make it better than it was, but you forced the turnovers, and especially in that second half, though, you were converting those turnovers. You were getting the turnovers, and then you were taking them back and getting a bucket off of it.
Yes, we were starting. Our transition game is the best part of our game. So I thought in the second half we got a lot more transition, easy baskets. Took some pressure off of us.
Well, it did. And in that second half especially, you talk about the transition game and what you did. It looked like you kind of flipped the script on Portales from that first half. First half, you kind of played their game, their style. Second half, you guys really turned it on to your style, and
yes, sir.
that helped turn the page, so to speak.
Yes.
So now you got a week off to kind of take a deep breath and then get ready to be right back here against that team from over in the west that wears orange.
Yes.
But always a tough matchup. But what are you thinking going into the second half against them?
They're a great team. I think they're ranked now 5th in the state. We're 9th, and it's just going to be, it's one of those old cliches. This is the 3rd time we played, and it's going to get harder and harder to beat a team 3 times. So, and we're definitely going to make it hard for him.
Oh, yeah. I know you are, and it's, hope everybody packs the gym next Friday night as you control your own destiny. And, you mentioned, right now ranked number 9. You beat the number 7 team. You got to think, maybe moving up a little bit.
Oh, yes, I think so. But my hat's off to Portales tonight. They played hard, so we just played harder longer.
And it certainly worked tonight as you get the victory and get ready for the second half of district. So, Coach Pat, congratulations on a big win. Anything else you want to say tonight?
No, sir. Thank you. Just, I love tonight. Great participation from the fans. We even need more for Artesia's game.
So let's pack this place up next Friday night.
Yes, proud of the Lovington community for packing it tonight. Let's even have more next Friday night.
I want it so loud in here I can't hear myself think.
Yes.
So that's what we want. Coach Casey Pack joining us. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Our Bob's Thriftway Coaches conversation with Coach Casey Pack on the Devon Energy postgame report. Leading scorer tonight for your Wildcats, it was Micah Pondo with 17 points. Also in double digits, DeMarcus Thompson, 15 points to go along with 10 rebounds, double-double for DeMarcus. And, I lied, Cale Covington actually with 19 points tonight leads the way, but a big game. And, you heard him mention Julian being a leader out there. Julian not double digits tonight, just 8 points, but they were an important 8 points in a 10-point victory, 63-53. And with that, my friends, we will put a wrap on this one as a big night tonight for the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats, both of them knocking off Portales. The Lady Cats first, 57-46. Then the Wildcats over the Rams, 63-53. For the crew from Gomez Pro AV, for Dawn Morgan, for Tiff Stuber, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Wildcat Gym. This has been an exclusive presentation of New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Have a great weekend, everybody.